Based.
After Dark.
Mr. Tasty will not be here today because he is intimidated by the presence that is featured today. And Mr. T Papa will not be here today because he is currently probably begging his wife not to leave him after his subathon. In place, we have Mr. Hamilton back today. We have Steamroll Tell First. And the featured guest of the day is Mr. Idol.
Hello.
Creator of
Underscore.
what's that thing you made?
Underscore.
I've made so many things. Like, why limit me to one thing? Why put me in a box?
Who are you? Why do we even have you on here? Like,
what are you doing here?
Because you guys invited Olive and he was busy, so he actually sent me instead. So,
oh right.
I mean, like,
so actually,
we got the other bald guy.
I tried to ask Olive to come on before I asked Will. I asked Olive. I did ask Olive just because of the meme.
Damn, dude, that's fucked.
Sorry, Will.
You didn't have to say it.
I'll be transparent. Wow. Before I asked Will, I asked Olive, but he has to go to sleep, unfortunately. No. Actually, no, fortunately, because now we have Will. Much better choice.
Hell yeah.
That's valid, honestly.
Wait, so what's the story behind you and Olive getting confused? Is that something that happens often?
Well, we've only been in the same place once, and someone came up to me at Mark Knight at TwitchCon and was just like, dude, Olive, right? And I was like,
that actually happened?
No, that legit happened.
Way.
The best part was I had met the person the day before as myself, as me.
Oh,
and then at Mark, and there were substances going around at Mark Knight, so it's whatever. But legit came up to me and was like, allegedly. And I'm not gonna say what substances. It could have been anything. And he was just like, he legit thought I was Olive, and I thought we were doing a thing. I thought we were doing a bit. So I was like, yeah, it's me, Olive. It's me, Olive.
Oh no.
And then he just kind of kept going, and then I was just like putting hints out there of like the fact that I wasn't Olive, and he just wasn't bouncing them back at me. So I was like, I think I just had like a full-on 5-minute conversation with the dude I already met, and he thought I was Olive. So I then told every single other person that night that happened, because it was honestly one of the best compliments I ever got. Olive is like extremely attractive.
Yeah, he's
allegedly.
beautiful.
He's a handsome dude.
He's like 3 feet shorter than you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. If Olive ate his vegetables as a child instead of crayons, he would definitely be Olive. They would look a lot more similar. You know what I mean?
Olive absolutely ate crayons, without a doubt.
He still eats crayons.
He's not even here to
they were
defend
yummy
himself.
too.
True.
So, Idol, did you eat crayons growing up? You kind of seem like a bit of a crayon eater.
I mean,
what colors?
Who didn't?
You seem more like a pencil. You seem more like a colored pencil eater, actually. You're a bit more sophisticated.
Well, honestly, I don't know if this makes me more likely to be a colored pencil hater or eater, but I hated them. I hated colored pencils. Crayons were so much better. You could get way better coloring. I was all about that. So maybe I ate them. I wasn't using them. It's very possible.
Yeah, who did you have like one of those like 68 color or like 124 color? You guys remember those? Like the really big crayon things?
The ones with the sharpeners at the back, bro?
Dude,
if you had the sharpener on the back, you were
rich as fuck, yeah.
So my status growing up was I had the Crayola pack. So that's like high class, but not high enough to have the sharpener. I was bigly jealous of the people who had the sharpener, but I was not to that level.
Yeah, I was never a sharpener haver.
Didn't you actually use like the little art kit where it had all the stuff, and then you would like get it, and then you sat there and you tried to actually like draw something, and you're just like, I fuck it. Well, probably Will did. He's an actual artist.
Yeah,
but I was just like, I was on the paper and like I smudged. I don't know what it was, what I was using, some type of oil, and I was just like, I can't do this. I don't know. But
used an oil in elementary school?
Well, they had no. This is probably like middle school. Like they had like there's like colored pencils, and there's like the artist colored pencils, like
the fancier ones. I know what you're talking about. I remember people had those.
There's like a little pack that had that and a bunch of other like art supplies. And I remember like I got one. Like I begged my parents to give me one, and then I figured out that I can't draw anything.
TJ's smoking that art pack for real.
It was bad. It was not a good.
I didn't eat crowns. I definitely tried glue a few times.
Oh hell
yeah!
Yeah,
we've all done that shit.
Come on, who
hasn't?
The crusty glue too. I'd eat that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Did you actually eat the glue? Is there a reason why you're wearing sunglasses tonight? Is there something like I don't like?
Nah, I just wanted to try them on. I think it'd make a pretty good emote though. I'm gonna have to fuck with it.
I do like
it.
What kind of sunglasses are you rocking? Those are some big lenses there.
I got them for like $3 at somewhere in Arkansas.
Oh, sick.
Pretty
Okay,
sick.
out
That
of
they're
Kansas.
3K Gucci glasses or
They're-
some shit, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
It's honestly they're close. They're close to being a grandma glass, but they're not that far. If they're around it just a
They're-
little bit more,
the
you'd be
lens-
grandma.
The lens is
Nah, those look good.
it's pretty close to my real glasses. Like the shape of them is very similar to my actual glasses. I do look like a blind guy though. Do you remember the 3 blind mice from Shrek? Was it Shrek that had the 3 blind mice?
Oh, it's
I
a
remember them,
common
like, walking
trope
around with
in
their
It was like
canes.
a, it was like a
literature.
story before Shrek, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, but they
common
implemented them
Shrek
into. They were in Shrek, okay?
Yeah.
And I just feel like one of the 3 blind mice
Yes,
right
of course,
now.
the 3 blind mice from Shrek.
There was a.
You guys remember Pinocchio from Shrek?
What
Dude,
goof,
there's,
Oh,
there's
God
also
damn.
there's also a fairy godmother from Shrek too. That's pretty
Yeah.
crazy.
What the heck?
Okay.
Another
There's
good
a lot of
one.
cross lore in Shrek. Okay.
I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't say anything about
Yeah,
the glasses. We're
it's
starting you
low.
off every podcast. We're just ripping the geeks off the back.
It's all right. I feel good. Dude, the glasses, my lights are so bright that actually wearing them is like kind of nice. I don't care if I look like I'm blind.
You look great.
Yeah,
think
I
it
like
works,
that,
dude.
like, you know, most people, if they were to do a podcast with a guest, their icebreakers would be like, so, what'd you have for breakfast or something? But we're always like, so, what's your least
did you
favorite
eat
thing about
crowns?
Uniques?
True. Yeah.
How
and
much do
also
you
ask
hate
him if
this
they-
guy?
Yeah. How much do you hate me, Idol?
Zoe, you should wear the
Um,
glasses. I think you could pull it off. I don't think I could wear any type of reading glasses. Someone's just gonna be like, "Hey, man, you're fucking stupid. You can't wear those. You can't fool us." So
don't think
that's
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, you totally. That's exactly
Yeah. What
why.
happened to the glasses though? You used to wear them a bunch. They just like
My
not-
prescription changed, and I didn't want to change it, so I
My
just,
prescription changed
I
like
just,
5 years ago.
yeah, I just stay like being sort of able to see. Also, my glasses like got all scratched up, and I felt like I saw better without them. My vision's not horrible. I just have an astigmatism, but it doesn't like bother me enough to spend money on it. What am I, crazy?
Valid.
I have autism too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and also that,
Nice.
and also that for me. Yeah.
All
Adam,
right,
do you wear
I have
glasses?
oh.
Do I wear glasses? No,
Yeah.
no. I
You
was
seem like a smart glue eater.
You have good eyes.
no. I have a eyesight is like my superpower because I was born without a sense of smell. So
Oh, really?
I got like that compensation from whatever higher power created me was just like, fuck the smell, but your eyesight's gonna be really good. But like my eyesight's gonna go away when I'm like 40 anyway if I make it that far. So it's kind of like a raw deal in my opinion. But you know I can't complain.
You trying to make it to 40, or is that?
Do
is
you
that kinda
actually
what you
have
wanna
like
call
a
it?
smell problem, or you just? Have
Oh, I just
COVID?
can't smell at all. I was born with that. I legit was just born completely without a sense of smell. I
Oh,
can't
you don't
smell
smell.
anything.
You're
Right.
not bullshit.
Completely.
You're not bullshitting right now.
I am not bullshitting
At
you.
all.
I have had an MRI done because when I told my my doctor, he was just like, I told him when I was like 12, I was like, yeah, I can't really smell. Is that normal? Like everyone around me can smell. And they're like, what are you fucking talking about? Are you okay? Is everything fine? Then I went to a specialist and we did an MRI and they're like, yeah, your fucking brain doesn't work, dude. And I was like, is it
Dude.
serious? And they were like, do you want to smell? And I was like, not really. And they're like, no, then you're fine. Move on. And that's,
Dude,
that's
it's
what I
kinda-
did.
In my
Wow.
opinion, that's kind of like a superpower to a degree. Like it definitely has more cons than pros, but in the pros, they're pretty sick. Like you can just like fucking if you like worked somewhere and you needed to be like around some stinky shit, you'd be chilling, bro.
No,
Yeah,
you could
probably-
work in the sewers. You'd be perfect.
I
at
could
that.
work in the sewers, and that was my
You'd be a
dream.
great janitor.
Yeah,
That's what he always wanted. You wanted to be a teenage mutant Ninja Turtle, bro, and
I
fucking
did.
look at him.
Wait, you
Must
could
have been.
literally be a plumber. You'd be so much better at that than streaming, honestly.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I am
Ugh.
pretty good at unclogging toilets. So
I'm good at clogging them.
I mean,
For the
that's why
record?
I'm good at clogging them too.
Ooh.
That's why
Does
I got
your,
good
does
at
your
it.
No
girl
way.
shower? Does she just like? Does she just rip it for a week?
She showers like once a month, you know.
That's fair. You
But
know?
that's
I would
only
take
when she
advantage
needs
of
to
your
see
condition
people.
if I
More
was
than
there.
me.
Yeah.
Do you get scared that you ever let a fart out in public and you're like, damn, I don't know if that shit stank or not. You ever think about that?
Yeah,
I
that's-
promise
It's not my
you,
problem. Once it's out of me, it's not
promise
my
you,
problem.
So
if
true.
even if I could smell, I would not be worried about that. Like I'm
That
kind
is-
of a
Let that shit rip,
sociopath
be
with
proud.
that.
Based.
Yeah, I'm proud when mine smell bad, you know? You're happy about
Jesus,
it.
that's fucking.
Yeah,
gross.
just know what time it is.
No, I
You
respect
look
that.
like a motherfucker that likes to smell of his own farts, bro. You know what?
Oh, dude, are you saying you don't? Are you saying you don't like this?
I love this. Yeah, yeah. What?
I don't love it. I mean, I'm okay with it, you know, but I'm not like I don't enjoy.
I'm not
it
like,
for-
oh yes, my aroma. That's
It
weird.
reminds me of that South
right?
Park episode where the fucking the people in California are smelling their own fucking farts and they like
I
get
mean,
off on it.
I'm not like I love it, but like I like it a little
Sometimes
bit.
it's satisfying. Sometimes you're like,
Yeah.
wow, that came out of me. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're like,
Like,
damn. Yeah, I
made
get
that.
The
that.
body is
I can-
amazing.
I can relate to that. Does the non-smelling affect like taste for things, you think, or no?
So I don't have like a baseline to compare it against because I've just never been able to smell, but I'm pretty sure it does because people will tell me very specific things. Like people will like taste food and be like, it's missing some cumin, and I'm like, it either tastes good or it doesn't, or it's missing salt. Like that's it. Like that's all
what
I
I was gonna
got.
say is like other people like based off their reactions to food, you think something's wrong with
Yeah.
the taste.
Yeah, which
How
is
are
why
you?
I think. Go ahead.
How are you with the taste of alcohol, like liquor?
That must be nice.
Well, it
True.
depends because like
You don't like
honestly
the
with
smell
like
of liquor?
Oh,
Liquor
so
smells
it's
great.
really nice because I don't get like the smell like when it's coming up to my nose when I'm taking like a shot or something. That's like I don't get that initial wave. But with
Yeah.
like with bad liquor, it's like I honestly think it makes the burn worse because it's all burn. Like I get nothing else from it, just like gross alcohol flavor. But I definitely think I can handle a shot of liquor better than most people just because I don't have the wave of
So you
poison.
think when you're drinking, you're basing like if it's a quality liquor based off the burn, probably more than the taste
Yeah,
because the taste is a bit dull.
yeah. It's the same thing with like
insane.
the same thing when people are like, oh yeah, it's missing this one ingredient. Like for me, it's like, is it good? If it doesn't hurt, then yeah, it's probably good. Like
What's the diet look like? What do you eat?
honestly, I eat a lot of pasta. I'm a big pasta guy.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of different ways,
Eat the
in a lot of
pasta.
different forms. But yeah.
Yeah.
I also really, really like spicy food. And I think that's because I need to overwhelm all my other senses when I'm eating to get something going.
Because like your taste and smell are heavily tied together, right? So
Yeah.
like, if you're
Yeah,
smell,
yeah.
if you don't smell very well, like you're not gonna be good at discerning a lot of different tastes.
Yeah. Yeah,
Damn,
that's
you really got
that
gimped
is
in like 2
definitely
senses,
true.
bro. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can
Have
see
you-
real good, so we're
That's
we're
Have you
fine.
done the one chip challenge?
I haven't, and it honestly scares me after seeing.
It'd
not-
be easy.
No, well, after seeing Qneeks go through it, and then after seeing, I took
Yeah,
a,
but it's Qneeks.
I took
He's
like a
a
half
bomb.
shot of Da Bomb on live stream one time.
Oh shit, I've had that.
What is that?
Oh, the bomb. That one's the worst of the.
Yeah,
that
one was
No
bad.
fucking joke.
I was stuck half shitting and then alternating between puking. Sorry if we need to censor that, but
Oh, absolutely not.
I'll let it out.
and it was
Censor
so
that.
bad. And I was doing this for a 12-hour stream, and I was just like dying on the toilet. Like it felt like someone stabbing my stomach. And then I had to teach my girlfriend while dying how to turn off OBS because I was like, I can't go end the stream. I'm naked. I fully stripped down. I was like, my body was.
That's how you know
no.
it's.
I was like,
Bro's meeting
like,
God.
as I was like emptying my bowels and my stomach, I was like slowly just taking clothes off and just throwing them around. And my girlfriend has this picture on her phone of me laying naked on the floor with an ice pack on my forehead after I had just finished dying. And then 30 minutes later, I was drinking a beer, watching a movie. It was just like, it was the weirdest sensation ever. It just passed, and I was like, I'm fine now. I was different. I changed, but I was fine. So
Have any
I
of
don't
you
think I can do the
guys-
one chip challenge.
Have you ever any of you guys ever had that like food poisoning or something like that where
Oh, yeah.
you end up like butt ass naked and you're just like things are coming out of every orifice and you're just like lying in the shower and just like crying. You're just like, I just want this to be over.
Yeah, no.
It's crazy
yeah.
because when shit like that happens, you never appreciate when you feel fucking normal. Like you don't realize how much it's nice to be right now. Like hopefully all of us are in good health, but like you never realize how much you appreciate that until you're like, God, is this ever gonna fucking end? Like whatever it
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Good health is it is definitely a blessing that people you really don't realize it until you, even if you get like a cold or something, you're like, fuck, this sucks. Like I wish I could feel normal.
Bro,
And you always
breathing.
bitch-
Wish I could just
everybody's always
breathe.
bitching about feeling normal, but like it's fucking, it definitely is. It's a blessing for sure.
That first
I actually
day-
have one of those. Sorry,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I actually have one of those type of shits, in a McDonald's bathroom. I was driving.
Wow.
Oh
And
no.
I maybe a little too much pre-workout. I was kind of experimenting. This was years ago. Maybe experimenting with, the Mr. Hyde, the Jack 3D. And I don't know, something went wrong. And I almost got in 5 motor vehicle accidents trying to get to McDonald's as fast as I could in my Honda. And, I drifted in there, ran into the bathroom in there, and just absolutely, it was a real crime scene in there. It wasn't good. But yeah, I wanted to strip down naked. It was one of those. Like I was praying. I was in there for like an hour and a half. And I walked out, and some of the staff looked at me. They're like, looking at me funny. I got there as quick as I could, but
You didn't even get like some medium fries or something. You just straight up
nah,
fucking
dude,
shot
I got the
him.
fuck out of there, man. I was embarrassed, really. I was embarrassed. It was bad.
Some fucking minimum wage dude has to go clean up your shit off the walls, bro.
I didn't shit on the wall.
He was
Has
flinging.
anybody actually ever
Holy.
shit on a wall? Everybody, you hear that term like shit on a wall. I think anybody actually shit on a wall. Like it's that bad.
No.
Yeah,
No,
of
but that was
course.
like a big thing at my like public school that people would like smear their shit on the walls all the time. Not people. I think there were actually
that
2
rules.
specific people that were mentally disabled
So
that
where'd you go
would
to
smear
school
their
at?
shit in the bathroom. I went to
I'm not
public
gonna
school.
lie.
What do you mean?
Did you go to
Wait,
school in
I have
Florida?
Yeah.
I have
makes
a,
sense.
I have a
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Yep.
When I used to run cross country, I had a friend that would purposely shit like on the lid of the toilet and then take a picture of it and send it to me on Snapchat to be funny. And I was like, this is not funny because some poor soul has to go in and like
Man.
scoop your like it's just not like
I mean, it's
It
kind
was
of
very
perfect job for
immature.
Idol.
Yeah, honestly, like get me in there. I don't need gloves or anything. I'll just raw dog it.
He'll take care of it. Yeah.
Crazy with not
I
having a
don't
sense
know.
of smell will do to you.
Yeah.
Phoenix, did you have a question for Idol that you were going to ask earlier? I think.
Oh yeah. I was gonna. So
Go ahead.
before we started the cast, we were conversating a little bit, and we started talking about
Conversing, actually.
a little bit of conversing. My apologies, Mr.
If Tasty's not here, I'll be the
yeah,
linguist for
Tasty's
the
not
night.
here.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's fine.
we were
Appreciate that.
conversing about Idol's past, and like he said, he used to be You said you used to be a Minecraft YouTuber. I'm kind of
Yeah.
curious. Can
That
you-
did
can you
not
expand?
fuck kids.
I
Yeah.
cannot.
He is not a diddler.
Listen,
Allegedly.
I don't know how much editing we're willing to do, but for like the duration of the Minecraft YouTuber segment, can we just have Idol has never diddled children or something of that
Yeah.
flavor just on the
Squirrel. Got
screen?
you.
We
Don't
just want
say
people to get
flavor,
confused.
bro.
Just
It
like a
doesn't sound
ticker
good
that's
when you
just-
say
that's just like-
flavor.
Yeah, just to have that going across. Yeah, the way I start, like I've had like 100 different YouTube channels in my life since 2006. The first YouTube channel I had was a Lego stop motion one.
Oh wow.
When I was like,
Your brain is fucked up, huh?
yeah, no, like
God damn, dude. Leave him alone.
thank God I forgot the name of those channels because they're definitely still up because I didn't delete them. I forgot about them long before, and
So you're
then I made
saying
some,
we
like,
could find them?
they're out there. I never went by Idol, and
Easter eggs.
I don't think there's any time. Honestly, I'm putting myself in great danger by talking about this on a public platform. But yeah, at one point I made a Minecraft channel. I did that for like a year and a half, and that was like the first channel I ever had that like got any form of success because it was like 2012. So like Minecraft was already popular, but it was still on the rise. And like you could just do a let's play. You didn't need to do anything different. It was at the time where it's like you could just literally upload yourself with your high-pitched 13-year-old voice just going, "Hey guys, welcome to my Minecraft let's play. Today we're going to build our first shelter." And I got like 2,000 subscribers in like 6
Wow.
months. And that at
Holy.
the like for me I was like, "Fuck.
That's pretty
I'm
good.
famous. I'm like that dude right now." And
I
did
feel like
for,
that now, bro. If I got 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'd be like, holy shit, I'm famous.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's
Okay,
a
what
good
the hell?
freaking feeling. And I was like, I got partnered with Machinima because they were partnering everybody with their predatory ass contracts. And,
Dude, I've heard some
13?
shit about Machinima.
dude,
Crazy.
the contract. So I still have a copy of the contract because I go back to it every so often just to be like, that was dumb. I should have never signed that thing. They were like, yeah, so you're going to be locked in for 2 years and we get 80% of your revenue. And in exchange, you get to use this nice Machinima pre-roll on your videos if you want. And I was like, yes.
Dude,
Fuck
that was
yeah.
the dream back in the day,
Yeah.
dude. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to interject too much, but back like for me, I've always wanted to be like a content creator. Same shit. Like I've had a YouTube since I was in like 6th grade. And so I remember how cool Machinima was back then. So I would have
Yeah.
probably done the same shit for sure.
No, I signed it without knowing what any of the numbers
Is it
meant.
because
I
you were
was just like,
13
I want
and
that
like you
pre-roll.
knew nothing? Did you like run it by your parents? Like, hey, mom and dad, what is this 50-page long
I needed to run it by
contract?
my parents. They needed to sign it. I wasn't old enough to like enter a binding agreement on my own. It was like I had to sign it, and then a legal guardian had to sign it too, so that I could actually like get into the contract with them.
Were your
And
parents
the
just
worst
like,
part
did they
was-
actually read it, or were they just like,
Yeah,
sign it, like, yeah, go
my-
fuck off, like, get out of here. I don't
My
wanna talk
dad
to
read
you."
it, and he was like, he didn't know anything about YouTube, and I wouldn't expect him to, but he was just like, so you're gonna make money off these YouTube videos you upload? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, fuck, great, I'll sign this, like whatever. And I was making like very, very little money.
Right.
But yeah, and then like the 2-year mark hit, and I was already like kind of done making YouTube videos at that point, but I wanted to cancel the contract. But it had a clause in it that it would auto renew if you didn't cancel for 1 year. If you didn't cancel within the I think a 6-month period, you had to tell them, like before 6 months before the contract expires. So I was in it for 3 years, and I would kind of like didn't have a choice. Like I just kind of forgot about it. I did have a choice. I totally had a choice, but I was like, fuck, I did not know what I was doing when I signed this shit. And I like probably scammed my little 13-year-old hands of like $300 just from YouTube. And that's like, man, I could have done some damage with $300 as a 13-year-old. So
yeah.
that's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
But
20
yeah, so
bucks
I
as
was
a kid
contracted
was
to
so
do.
much.
What's up?
What were you contracted to do? Like, what did?
There was a minimum amount of YouTube videos you had to upload per year. That was it.
Okay.
That was all. There wasn't anything else. You didn't need to like participate in anything. You were just like, you have to upload at least this many videos a year. And it wasn't much. It was like a really easy number to hit. And they were just like, basically, we take your ad revenue and you
Oh.
get to say you're part of Machinima.
Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a
Living the dream.
Yeah, that's a
handshake
great
emoji.
deal.
Yeah, that sounds great.
No, and they
Great.
did it to a
Union
lot of
contract.
people. They did it to a lot of fucking people.
Yeah,
It
there was like a whole video on YouTube like exposing the downfall of Machinima. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if anyone who's watching this is too young to remember when Machinima dominated YouTube, it was legitimately like a status symbol. If you were a gaming YouTuber and you were a part of Machinima for a while there, it was like royalty. It's like what being in Based is now. It's like, oh, you're that dude. And then when they figured that out, they were like, we're going to fucking capitalize on that. And they did, and they made a butt ton of money, and then they ran. So like, good for them.
So
But-
who's doing that in Based? Who's gonna walk away with billions of our ad revenue?
I'm on it.
80%.
Yeah.
I'm
That'll
on
be
it.
me. I just signed us up for the ad incentive stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Monetized channel. Yeah.
It's all under me, but yeah.
Gotta take the
Papa
money
was a little too preoccupied to take care of it, I guess. You're supposed to do it before the subathon. What
Listen,
happened with
man,
that?
you can't rely on T-Papa for too much. You can
Snooze,
rely on
you
him for a
lose.
good amount, but sometimes you gotta, you gotta take some of the weight off of him. And I think you've done that well, Mr. Nick. Thank you.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Is this a good time for us to plug our new the couple of new directions we are taking with our Based After Darkcast?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay,
Take
great,
it, take it
Sherbert.
away.
We've been compiling some of the most funny clips or most enjoyable moments of our cast, because this is our 25th cast, by the way. We have done this 25 times, which is crazy to think about.
Crazy.
Well over 200 hours.
Such a long
Or
time.
300.
Something like that. But we are putting together not a compilation, but pulling out clips from a lot of the past casts, and we're starting to put those up as YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So we are branching out into the Shorts domain, the 60-second clips. So you'll probably be seeing us across Twitch in the podcast Shorts and in the TikTok. So if you don't follow our Base Teams account, you should go ahead and do that. I'm sure our editor will link those in the description below.
The TikTok
Yeah,
will be
just click the
will
link
be
below.
linked. But we have definitely a big enough library of podcasts now where you can do that. And if you look in the space, the podcast clips dominate in Shorts and in TikTok. It's pretty trend worthy. So we're gonna give it a go.
Yeah, like literally-
it's free exposure. Why not? Right?
Yeah, like
So-
we put out a TikTok today, and like within the first hour, it had almost over 1,000 views already. I'm sure it's even higher now, but like
Jeez.
that was insane. Yeah, just
Yeah,
seeing that
so-
was very motivating. So yeah, definitely more TikToks. Follow Base Team on TikTok. Link will be below.
Also, we got
Also,
some
idle
great
on TikTok,
honestly.
honestly.
You have a TikTok?
Wait,
as
I know,
well?
are you a TikToker?
We can plug the. We can.
He's
plug
good.
the
I
TikTok.
have a TikTok. I put YouTube Shorts. The great thing about YouTube Shorts
put
and
that shit in.
TikTok is that I'll often make a video and then cut out a segment of that video and put it as like a TikTok or something.
Mhm.
And my favorite thing is watching that TikTok outperform my video in the first hour. It gives me dopamine that like nothing else can. It's just amazing.
That's what we said today. So Nick accidentally posted the short as a like actual video at,
Because
like,
it was
100
60
it's not his
seconds on the
fault. It's not
money.
his
Nah,
fault.
you
It's
gotta,
not his
you
fault.
gotta
It's not
cut,
his
you
It's
gotta
okay.
cut at 59,
okay.
man. You gotta
It's
cut at
okay.
59.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big
I've
deal,
learned.
but it got a couple hundred views, and we are like, oh, that's cool. And then he re-uploaded it as an actual short, and in 1 hour, it had 1,300.
It outperformed anything we've uploaded. Outperformed
It's so-
anything we've
it's-
uploaded on this
it's-
channel.
I was like, what
Weird.
the fuck? So, I mean, yeah, that's definitely what people are consuming. So, makes sense.
Idle, it sounds like you're very like tied. You know your shit in terms of how to broadcast stuff because you stream on Twitch, you make YouTube videos, you put shit on TikTok, you make shorts. Like what don't you do? It seems like you fucking.
Before
have
he
everything
answers
locked
this,
down.
can I vouch real quick before he answers this? Idle is one of the most underrated streamers in the RuneScape section and on the platform, 100%.
I agree.
I don't have time to watch stream Twitch because he streams earlier, and that's usually when I stream. But when I do get to watch, he has a really good live stream. Really good. So definitely check
I
it out.
appreciate that, man.
Large vouch.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Yeah, I mean the TikToks and YouTube Shorts thing is new for me. I'm still figuring that all out. And luckily, a bunch of other RuneScape people are figuring it all out right now. So I'm just kind of watching what they do, and trying to copy them. But honestly, the thing is, TikToks are so easy in my opinion because like you can come up with an original idea in 2 seconds and upload it, and if it flops, who gives a shit?
Yep.
No one sees it. Move on. Make another one. And then if you have a video you're already making, like a podcast, like there's so many. Some of the biggest TikTok accounts are just podcast clips.
Yeah.
Because like that shit's satisfying to watch for like 30 seconds. Just like, oh yeah, that's
You
great.
get the peak of the podcast, the best story.
Yeah, it's awesome. And like to me, it's just like it's just a logical thing to do. It's like you already took the work of recording the 3-hour podcast or making the video for however long it took you. Just cut a little segment out, throw it on TikTok, see what it does. If it doesn't do anything, like it's not like like
cares?
missing on a
Yeah.
tweet or something, you know? Like no one's gonna roast you for it. Like people
Ratio.
True.
TikTok
Are you prepared for the workshop today, by the way? Do you have anything?
I am the worst at Twitter on like honestly the only person who might be worse than me at Twitter is Nine Rain. And like
He's bad.
I am so dog shit that I don't even try, but like props to him, he tries. But
Yeah.
like he just, you know.
Well, I
Nine
saw
Rain's a cool
something
guy. He's a
recently
cool
that
guy.
he sent to Tasty in the Demon Time Hours of the Night. And if you are listening, Mr. Nine Man, you should post that onto your social media, please. All I'll say is he was wearing a collar. So,
Oh,
and
God.
I enjoyed it more than Max probably did.
Big fan.
But, you should definitely post that. Give it a go.
also, I gotta circle back a little bit because you just said that like all you have to do is make an idea and like come up with an idea and post it. But I feel like you have so many more ideas than me, at least, and probably the vast majority of people. Like, do you
Yeah.
just like sit there and brainstorm? Like, how does stuff come to you? Like, where did Snail Man come from? Where did like all the YouTube series come from? You steal shit?
So this is
Do
actually
you have a
this is
content
actually
creator in
very
your basement
relevant.
that you have chained up and slap them around and take their ideas or something? Because
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys, I have a video coming out on Friday. You guys should subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/idlers. And it's a direct ripoff of a YouTube video from a guy called Doug, who made a video called GTA 5, but if Twitch chat counts to 10, I explode. And I took that idea and did RuneScape on live stream yesterday.
That was
And
good.
that's where I come up with like all my ideas. I usually see someone else do it in something that's not RuneScape, and I'm like, how can I make that RuneScape? And then other things are just like I have like a demon brain, and intrusive thoughts often come in, and that's how it happens. The Snail Man idea specifically was someone talking to me about some snowflake ideas. They're like, what's a good snowflake? Like, what about someone has to chase you around the map, and if they manage to like trade you, you lose. And I was like, yes, that. But if you have no friends, you just make a plugin that does that, and that's where Snail Man came from. So I think I just copy a lot of people, and then I also have a weird brain that comes up with stupid ideas, and it doesn't have enough of a filter to stop me from doing it.
You honestly like have the perfect combination of things for, especially for RuneScape content creation, where you like have been on YouTube before, so you know where to venture out to. Like I feel like I wouldn't even know what else to watch because I've only really played one game. And then you also have like, you know, the fucked up brain and the intrusive thoughts. It really makes for a beautiful little concoction of whatever your brain has become. Big fan.
Yeah, the branching out thing was hard though because I was getting my YouTube algorithm was all RuneScape stuff, and like I can't copy RuneScape people. Everyone knows them. If I upload them, everyone knows them. And RuneScape commenters on YouTube, by the way, they love accusing you of copying. Like, I uploaded a video after Settle did his Tile Man, and it was like me going in Lumbridge and interviewing all the new Tile Men. And someone accused me of copying Settled by doing that, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?" And
Wasn't
then
the
he was
title
like,
literally about Settled? Like,
the title was "Did Settled Ruin RuneScape?" And and you got a bunch of views, and people were like, "Hey, stop copying Settled." And then I asked someone, mistake, how am I copying Settled? And they said your voice. And I said, a fucking American accent, my guy? Is that like your issue with me? The fact that I have an American accent and I play RuneScape? Is it like,
valid.
fuck. They get
You
like
do
a
not-
hard on from accusing me of copying people.
You do
But,
not
I made a
have
video.
conversations with YouTube commenters. Those are like the
Don't do it.
lowest of IQ chatters of talkers of any social
Whoa,
media
there's some
platform.
nice comments on some of our podcasts. Okay, don't,
yeah,
don't
Yeah, yeah, of course.
The people who say
disparage
nice
everybody.
things, great people. The people who comment on idols videos, dumbasses.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's absolutely true. Someone gave me great advice one time, and he just said, read the YouTube comments on a video in the first 10 minutes you upload it, and then never go back to them. And I was like, that's a great point, because no one's gonna hate comment in the first 10 minutes. Those are like the real ones who are just gonna say first and finally I was waiting for this video or something like that, and then you feel good. You never go back, and if you don't read the comments, they can't be mean to you. That's what I
I get there
always say.
extra early just to be a hater.
That's I have read a hate comment in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, this
I'll
is
make
actually
sure to turn on notifications and hate as quickly as possible. Now.
you just help change the meta for haters.
Ring
Here's-
the bell
it-
and drop your favorite slur.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say that at the end of my next video.
Holy.
I don't know if it's like a
Man.
good idea, but you could turn comments, like negative comments from YouTube, into like content on stream if you can handle it properly. Like you could definitely read the comments on stream and be like, "Wow, this guy fucking this guy sucks." Like plenty of people would love to just see it, and I feel like it might turn the tide too.
It
I
could
don't know.
turn the
for
tide,
sure.
but I was the kind of guy that like I wouldn't get like obsessed, like it wouldn't like nag at me a negative comment, but I was the kind of guy who would like I would reply to the negative comments. And
Ooh,
like
no.
that wasn't good.
Yeah.
That was
No.
just because then I did what they wanted me to do. Like they won at that point, and that just, I can't let those people. I can't let YouTube commenters win.
Your first
Ugh.
mistake is calling them people. They're not people. That's where you're wrong. Okay.
Subhuman garbage.
If you met that guy on the street, he wouldn't say that to you. That's how you know they're not people.
Yeah, but if
That's
I ever want to
true,
feel
yeah.
better about my YouTube comments, because they're not really that bad, I just read Behemoth's comments and I'm like, okay, we're fine.
Oh
we're
my
good."
god, he,
bro.
he gets reamed,
Oh
dude.
my god.
dude.
There's this guy that started a bit in my stream recently where he'll just say something like completely misogynistic and then just be in parentheses, I watch Behe. The
Bobby for
funniest
sure,
thing
right?
ever.
love
No, it's this
Bobby.
guy Cherry Sauce.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
wasteland
excellent
comment. It's definitely yeah, his comments get a little bit wild, especially when he says something that like, you know, his like dad joke that misses, like people get a little upset about it sometimes.
True.
He tries
So,
though.
He does his best.
Yeah.
I respect
It's
it.
like Idol with TikTok, you know, it can't all be hits.
That's
Just kidding. I've actually never seen a bad TikTok from you, for the record. I was on TikTok the other day, and the one of you reviewing that guy's YouTube account where
that one did
that
well.
that one did really well. Came up like first thing for me.
Oh, I don't know what's going on with TikTok, but that TikTok, my own TikTok, came up on my For You page.
What?
I don't know how that happened, but I did like it. And,
Yeah, that is for me.
So, you know, the numbers are popping. So
shit.
Hey, hell
always
yeah.
be grinding.
You said you had other YouTube channels. Did you do anything else besides Minecraft? How many YouTube channels do you actually think you had?
If I had to get, it's like solidly like 30. Like
Really? 30?
How long have
Yeah.
you been doing this?
Christ.
I my first YouTube channel was made in 2006. That was when I made my first YouTube channel.
Wow.
And it was that one was Lego stop motion. Then I made a RuneScape channel. Then I made another one where I made RSMVs. Then I made another one where I made RSMVs. Then I made a third one where I reviewed RuneScape updates. Then I made more RSMVs on a different channel. Then I made.
Do you
I
have
made a lot
any of those
RSMVs.
anywhere?
Yes, I know the names of the RSMV channels.
You've
and
got
they're
a leak.
never. They will never. They
that
will
RuneScape
literally
update's one.
never. See
Would
what
we
let
I
have
that be
seen
like a
any of the videos,
forfeit.
like, were any of them popular?
No, but I was in a bunch of popular RSMVs because like we were like a community and like I got tight
Oh.
with a bunch of them. So like in a bunch of RSMVs, I'm in the because there were credits. Like I don't know why RSMVs had credits. There's
It's like
no
the
reason.
Patreons.
Yeah, it was like Patreons, and like my name would come up. It was my old RSN that would come up, and I'd be like, "That's me," and that's because I said, "In the Diary of Jane." In a Diary of Jane music video for 0.3 seconds, and I was really proud of my work on that day.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Did you have-
Minecraft is the only thing I ever did that was. Oh, I had a Terraria channel once too. That's it. That was the only two games I did that weren't RuneScape.
If you had any, like, what your favorite creators were when you were like first getting into YouTube, like who did you watch the most? Who was in your rotation?
It goes through different eras, but early on, like really early on, my favorite channel was Philip DeFranco when he was called SXE Phil. Loved that dude.
Yeah.
Was obsessed
Philly
with
D.
him. With RuneScape, there was a dude named Tyvac519 who had like 1,000 subscribers, who was massive at the time. This was like 2007, and he made RSMVs. They were the first RSMVs. I'm almost sure the first ones ever on YouTube, and I managed to contact him one time, and he's the one who taught me how to make them. So he's my hero, and I will always remember him fondly. But in like main RuneScape times, I was really obsessed with WGD vids. Excel. He made like a lot of like the skits and stuff back in like 2010. I thought he was just absolutely unbelievable. And then then in like the Minecraft days, who did I watch on Minecraft?
Sea Nanners. No, I don't know. I watched Sea Nanners, but
Oh,
everybody
I
knows
watched
who he
it,
is.
dude. Oh my god, you just unlocked a part of my brain that has been locked away for so long. Oh, yuck! I just did my intro. I had oh fuck! I'm not gonna tell you what it was because it might lead to my channel. I had an intro I started every video with, and I don't mean like a dubstep like 3D intro. I mean I'd be like, "What's up?" And then the name of the people who were subscribed to me, I gave them like a name, and it was awful. And not like a slur, by the way. I feel like that's important. Will looked and he was like,
cocksuckers.
I don't think any of
I
I
don't
don't.
like naming
I
out
didn't.
subscribers
Cocksuckers.
individually. I was like, what the
oh
fuck?
no, I was like,
What's
I
up,
was,
ducklings?
Yeah, I was doing like a Danny Gonzalez. I was like, hey Greg. No,
guy.
I gave like a name to the whole subscriber base in like the cringiest way possible because one of my friends who was like the same size as me was like, you have to do that. They love it when you do that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give them a name. I'm gonna call them that name every single video. And it wasn't cringe until my friends in college found the YouTube channel.
Oh,
And they kept saying the freaking intro that I would do every
friends.
time, and I wanted to. I wanted to unalive so hard. Oh, you would not believe. Oh.
You can say that on here, by the way.
It's YouTube.
totally
You can
okay.
say
Yeah, you can
anything
say
you
you
want.
want to
Does-
kill yourself.
Yeah, you can commit a little.
Did you want to
bit.
kill yourself?
I wanted to sewer slide. Yes.
Okay.
Commit some misspelling.
in the game. Does
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah.
does it still make RuneScape music videos? And for anybody who doesn't know, that's what he was talking about was RuneScape music videos when he
Oh
said,
yeah, sorry, I should have
RSMV.
explained
I wanna
that.
make
Not everyone knows that. It's
I
tough
mean, we
with making them now because they died originally because of copyright claims. Like all the videos are getting muted. So like, I feel like
Simply
you
don't
could
be
now
monetized.
Wake
They
me up
simply-
inside.
simply just cover a royalty-free song. You know, just it's that easy.
Make your
Just
own
go,
song.
God.
go like no copyright sounds and like
Great.
like RSMV to some EDM banger.
Dub, dub,
But I
dub,
don't think they
dub.
happen anymore. I don't think they do. I think
Yeah.
those days are
I-
gone, and they probably should stay
Yeah.
over
I
there.
don't want to jump in before
I'm
you,
bringing it
Joe,
back.
but
Oh, you go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have one more question, kind of pertaining. Like now, I want to shift over to Twitch. Where did the transformation from you wanting to be a YouTube prodigy come into the Twitch scene? Like, where did that come from?
I didn't really know anything about Twitch until the day I went live. I had not followed a single
Same.
streamer. This was my first account. And I created it the day I went live, and I wasn't doing YouTube either or anything. I was just like, I'm gonna play RuneScape tonight, and I know people stream, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that, and I did, and then I just kept doing it, and I literally just like every single person I've met through Twitch has not been like I wasn't like a viewer first. It's like I've just met them, and then I started watching them, or they started watching me. Like it's been like the world's worst way to network possible, and wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend maybe get your feet wet in the whole community and everything first if you're gonna stream on Twitch.
That's a great advice.
I did the
but-
same thing as you. I feel like
I
we're
did
fine.
too.
Yeah, I did the same thing as well. I didn't know anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
it-
I
don't
did.
know.
It
Raw
didn't
dog
go
is
well for me.
great.
I don't know how it went for Zoe and Hamilton, but I had no fucking clue what I was doing. That is
I
good
would- yeah.
advice. Definitely be a
Same.
chatter. Like, get the vibe.
Be on the
get
Twitter.
Nowadays,
be do everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
Everything
definitely.
else.
I think
Yeah,
all
That
of us
but
even
it-
needs my
doing.
advice, but also even better than that, if you don't want to be a chatter first, just fucking do it. Like, who cares? Just fucking
Yeah,
stream.
who cares?
Go
I
on.
I mean, yeah,
Just
Because
like-
I have really
you
bad
do
news for
find
all of you.
yourself-
Chatting's fun.
You say that now, except now all of us have pretty much raw dogged it in here. We just fucking went in there, hit the button, and just figured it all out from there. So like,
yeah.
I
Guys,
don't
the
know.
bad news
Yeah.
is that the people that are hearing this, they already do that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're already
That's
involved. in the
advice.
Oh, true. If
community.
you're
Relevant.
watching this, yeah, you probably
That's
already are
true.
somewhat active in the.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
maybe.
I have people. I've seen people active in your guys' communities and who are active in mine. Who like they go live and they don't have one viewer. They got like 10 or 15 because people know who they are.
Dude,
So-
I remember the first stream I had
Quality
double-digit
control.
viewers. I literally I went up to my girlfriend after the stream and I was like, I averaged 14 viewers today.
Dude, I did the same. I'm not even kidding. The first stream I had where I had 15 average, I went to a Chipotle and I ate alone in there. And I was like, I am the shit. I was like, I just averaged 15 for a whole stream. I am fucking the top
Celebration
dog. And no,
time.
I was like, I'm surprised nobody knows who I am in this bitch. I was popping, bro.
Cuteek's out there at the Chipotle wearing the hat and sunglasses. Like, I hope no one knows.
Yeah.
That's a
I
true
remember
story
when,
because
like,
I have the
named every subscriber I had.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
same.
just
dude.
looked them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Unique
remember.
story is real, by the way. His story is real. I have the DM of where he told me that. It's funny. That's a good story.
I did tell Joe. I forgot about that. Yeah, I've told people that. It was a banger.
What a beautiful time. Wait,
damn.
Idle, when did you start streaming?
I think my first stream was in June of 2020.
Oh,
I
so you're a
think.
fucking noob.
So
Newbie.
you and I started streaming like around the same time, and I
Yeah,
feel
we
like
were
I
very,
found
very
you.
similar.
I feel like I found you like back then. Was I the first person that you know that's here?
Yeah, you were.
You were like
I
one of
knew
the first
actu-
person I
I-
ever talked to on Twitch.
I may have known of Seth before you, just because one of my first chatters ever was a guy named Brady, and Brady would talk about Seth all the time.
Aw.
He would always talk about Seth. So I knew who Seth was, but it was probably close. Yeah, because I knew you before you were like Big Bad Partner and everything.
Well, I was
I
just a
remember-
chatter. I was
Yeah,
actually
you
just
were-
a chatter then.
Yeah, you were legit just a chatter, and then I was like, "Oh, you stream?" And I watched your stream, and I was like, "Ugh, women." And then I yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Does he do?
Top G.
Yep.
Top G.
Good shit.
Top G idol. Speaking of the partner,
Zoe
speaking of
just
the
like
partner-
just drinking, just like okay, guys.
No, I'm just thinking back to the days where like Idol and I would chat, and I would send like a lot of Peepo Shies and Rainbow Pleases, and things were different.
I
back then.
know.
Oh,
I
could
Things were
probably
different
pull
back
up-
The simple
era.
time.
I could probably pull up your chat log, and it'd be cringe as hell.
It'd be really cringe. Yeah,
Not
You
pulling
knew me at my
Peepo
worst.
Shies back in the day, dude. Those are
you really
kinda
knew me at my
cringe.
worst.
No. I mean, I think everybody went through the phase of being just absolutely unaware of like chat culture, just typing all the wrong emotes and like trying to make a joke, and it's just not funny. I mean, I still do that
Yeah.
now, but,
looking like-
but a
That's
lot
what I
more
was saying.
before.
Now you
That's
do
a
it
big part
ironically.
of like not being a chatter and jumping straight into being a streamer. Like I remember like when I started my stream, I didn't even like know what better Twitch TV was.
Neither did I.
But like,
Yeah.
I didn't know
No
any
idea.
of these
I
emotes.
wish I would
were,
have
like,
known. Because
Mhm.
someone said to me, I remember someone came and they said, "Hey, dumbass, why don't you have better TV? This shit's cringe." I remember I was like 2 years ago in forecast.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
some random guy was like, "Get better TV, dumbass." I was like, "What is that, man? I don't. I'm just trying to get
That's
a
how I
KC,
learned,
bro."
man. I
Let's
learned
go
all
to
from the
Twitch.
viewers, man.
Yeah.
QNeeks was that guy for me, but when he sent me the link, I literally thought it was like a phishing link. I was like, I don't know, like I'll think about it. And then like he
You were- I was
pestering me
like,
about
in-
it. And like a week later, I was like, okay, fine, I'll download it. And then it was really sweet. We had a stream where he just came onto voice with me, and he went through Better TTV and he like explained all the emotes and like told me what I should add and why and what they mean.
Yeah, dude, it
yeah,
was sick. We
QNeeks
were
is
letting
good at that,
chat
man.
look.
I gotta say, QNeeks
Yeah.
probably like one of the most cultured
Yeah.
Twitch
taught me how to
people when it
chat.
comes to like emotes and shit.
Oh yeah, I love Kenny's stream. He gets my chat going every time. He always spams some dumb shit, or just come in there and just be like, "Just smoke crack. Just say something crazy." You know?
Yeah, he knows what to say.
Dude, yeah,
Dude,
no,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because like you guys all, I definitely think from like not trying to make it about me, but back when like I first started streaming, because I've been off and on Twitch for a really long time. Like that's something I never really like lacked was like the chatter aspect, because I feel like I am almost more of a chatter sometimes than I am a streamer. Like I'm
Oh yeah.
parasocial with like big streamers, like spend hours and hours just like I don't think I like absorb much content outside of Twitch. Like when I'm not streaming, I am a fucking chatter, and it
I'm
helps.
the, I'm like the
definitely.
opposite
dope.
of that. I only
Really?
watch YouTube. I never watch Twitch. I learned who freaking I didn't know who XQC was until like 4 months ago. That's when I found out who XQC was. I
I'm
just
similar. I
didn't
learned
know.
like 6 months ago.
How'd you
Yeah,
find
like-
out who he was? Like, what was it that like?
A person in my chat was just like, dude, XQ, like someone compared what my chat was doing to XQC's chat, and I was like, what does that mean? Is that an emote I don't have? And then they were like,
Oh,
you
no.
don't know who XQC is? And they sent me like a compilation video of like XQC funniest moments, and I watched it, and I was like, this dude's unhinged. Holy shit, is he okay? And then I realized like all the
No.
big streamers are like that, because that's how I learned about I learned about Ludwig through his subathon. That's when I found out about him. But like some other big people like Mizkif, I didn't know who that was. Asmongold, I didn't know who that was until he got sponsored by RuneScape. And I was like, who's this dude? And I was like, oh, he's like
Damn.
the biggest MMO guy on Twitch. Gotcha. Like, and YouTube. He's
Yeah.
got like a massive YouTube channel.
I think
So
you gotta
I'm-
have
I'm
a couple screws
dumb.
loose to like really, excel in the streaming department, right? Like not just one, but like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to be a little weird to stream.
I say this all the
That's
time, but the
true.
dumbest people are the best streamers, like by far. You can't if you don't overthink it, you do so much better. And if you literally don't have the brain cells to overthink it, oh my god, you're fucking smooth sailing, baby.
100% true.
That is true.
Smooth sailing.
Being
Based.
dumb as shit is definitely it is beneficial. As we
Would recommend, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
was
you're
gonna
smart
ask
enough to
you,
not hit
like,
go
Otto-
live, you're that's a win. If you're smart enough to just avoid that go live button, just
Honestly,
Well,
yeah. Keep at it.
Well, you be
Yeah.
well at that point if you avoid the go live.
All right, man. I literally dodged the go live button to be here. All right, man.
That is true. Well said
Damn,
he had
that's
to
actually.
stream. No, it's true. Shout out to Will. He did say he had to stream, and I was like, "Nah, man, don't worry if you need to stream." He said, "Nah, I'm trying to pull up." So you pulled up. So shout out to Will. My
Well.
question for you though, Otto, is speaking of Twitch, have you applied for a partner yet?
I haven't gotten the button.
You've not gotten the button. Okay.
Sorry,
so
keep
I'm
going.
asking
I-
anybody, any podcast enjoyers out there, lurk at the
Please.
stream, give the man the tab.
Very
And,
deserving.
Link will be in
give
the
him a chance.
bio,
It'll be-
description.
Or just actually just watch. I guarantee if you watch the stream, you probably enjoy it. It's a good stream.
Yeah, I'm not
But,
I'm not a push for partner kind of guy. I did get close a few times. Like I've had my number go to like 72, 73. I got to 74 once. That was exciting.
Wait, sorry, what
um,
number?
That's so fucked
What
up.
number?
783.
No
I
way.
can't believe I got it all the way to the
Say it,
sex
bro.
number. That's insane.
74. It's
But
Man.
I've never been a big push to partner person just because I don't feel like it, and I just don't want to be the person who's like I get the check mark and then my views go down to like 40 or something. You know, like
fair.
Yeah.
like to me that's like I want the check mark because one, I want
Bad
big.
bitches
I'll
lining up.
finally watch big streamers when I get the check mark. Okay,
There's
that's
some
why I don't watch them.
validation in having the check
Yeah.
mark. It's a validating feeling to get the check mark. It
And,
is.
uh,
But it's only validation. You
That's
get
it, that's-
literally nothing else.
That's
Well,
it.
it
Yeah,
used to
there's
be a
really
lot more
minimal
back in
perks.
the
more
day.
emotes, more emotes is nice too.
2 years
That's
ago,
good
it
sometimes.
was a big deal. But like back in the, like you could only have animated emotes if you were a partner, and I really wanted partner for a while because you had the animated emotes and the emote slots. Like 5 was so little. Even the 9 we
Tough.
have now as affiliates is a game
Yeah.
changer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a game changer. But yeah, like partner's a thing I want. I do actively want it, but it's not something I want to like
Of course.
be like when I get a raid and ask people to remove the refer raid in the URL or anything, you know. It's just like in my opinion, I'll get it when I get it. Like when I'm supposed to get it, I'll get it. That's fine. I'm willing to wait for that moment to come.
W.
Like that's
That's a W.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
was
never
gonna- I was
did the I never did the push thing. I just got the button one day and then didn't check my
So,
emails for 5 months.
So you also you stream at like a very weird time for our immediate, not like the general Twitch viewership, but I feel like for our like immediate circle, you're kind of the only one, not the only one, but not a whole lot of you guys
Mostly.
stream during that time.
You
slot.
stream
like
when
the
the sun
only-
is up, which is
considered-
fucking weird. Like,
yeah, I'm like the
get
only
a grip.
like Seth streams like we have like a 1 or 2 hour overlap, Seth and I.
Yeah.
Like usually like he's at the tail end of my stream. Zoe is occasionally live, which is always amazing because I'll raid Zoe every single time. And then people will be like, stop simping. And I'm like, yeah, you're right, unraid. But I'm like the only like American in base who streams when the sun is up. Like we have
Yeah.
the few Europeans who stream around the
Yeah.
same time I do.
Mhm.
That's just because like I would literally like just stream. It used to be I'd stream after work and then it became I'd stream during work. Because I used to be something called a software engineer. And if you're a software engineer, you know that means
You're
we do
rich.
nothing. We do fucking nothing. First time I ever talked to Seth, I said I was the software engineer, and he said that exact same thing, by the way. He made that exact same joke. It was so
Not a
I was
joke.
like, I just stopped. I just did that, and then like I just kept streaming at that time. It just worked for me.
so are you
It just
still
felt
like
good.
technically employed, but they just have no fucking idea that you don't do anything?
Moves his
No.
mouse every like 30
This
minutes.
is what I do now. The YouTube and the Twitch, they make enough money for me to just do this. This is just what I do at this
Hell
point.
yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
And like honestly, dude, no, I have a sponsor now on YouTube, and I can't say
Run it.
who.
Just- Oh. Okay,
Oh.
never mind.
I can't say who. But it's not a mobile game. That's all I'll say.
That's huge.
Okay.
Big boy bucks. Big boy bucks.
And
Alright.
it's so weird because on like I was talking to people at TwitchCon and they were like, dude, just get YouTube sponsorships. Just do that. Like make a few YouTube videos. If you have enough views, if you have like to like the 10K per video mark, you'll get sponsors. And they're so much easier than stream sponsors. I was like, what do you mean? They're like, oh, on stream sponsors, you usually have to do something for like 2 hours on stream or something. On YouTube videos, they ask you to do a 1-minute ad read and they just give you money. And I was like, that can't be right. That can't be true. There has to be more to it. No,
Definitely
that's
is.
all there is. That's literally all there is.
There's
So,
a
like,
reason why the International Bank of Tasty enjoys a private jet.
Yeah, no, that's
True. It's a lot easier. For sure.
I am experiencing for the first time having a due date on a video though, and I don't
Mm.
like that. And they're like, you need to have the video out by this point. And I'm like, ugh. Gives me like school
Yeah.
vibes. Like homework.
What's
So
your
now I'm
normal
like-
turnaround for a video?
It depends on the video, but it can be like from idea to being done. It's usually like 3 days.
You are
like-
insane.
Oh, that's
Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah,
You
like
shit out so fast. That's why.
Well,
I knew
And
that
you're
was
your
pretty
own
crazy.
editor?
yeah, I edit my own stuff. I make if for like plugin videos. I make the plugins, and like obviously I play RuneScape. I
Wow,
do
you're
that.
a
Do any
software
drugs?
engineer. Jesus Christ.
No, the first time I ever did drugs was like a year ago, or no, it was right
You don't
before I
take
moved to
Adderall or
Colorado.
anything regularly?
No,
Ritalin?
I don't.
You just
What
like
was it?
It was weed. It was the softest thing out there. I just
It was
smoked
weed?
weed for the first time. Like, dude, I didn't
Weed.
drink until college. That was the first time I drank.
What?
I might
W.
as well have wasted my teen years being Mormon. Sorry.
Do you have a good first time drinking story?
Neither of them are. None of them are here. We're good.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
You have a
don't
good like
worry about
first
the
drunk, first high story. Go on.
My first time being high, I got to the point where I was I had a gummy. Terrible idea. should not have been my first time getting high with a gummy. It was
How
it
much
was
was
10
it? Do you
mil, like
remember?
it was 10
Oh.
milligrams standard dose, but for me that was a lot.
That's
Like
a lot,
as a
yeah.
first time.
First time, that's a.
That's a lot for
And-
me.
I was just it was just me and some of my friends, and I was sitting on the couch, and then I remember it like hitting me, and I like pretty sure throughout the night I kept going deeper into the couch, like
Like the fucking
I
girl
was
that
like
was flat in
sinking into the
commercial.
cushions. Like I wasn't like hallucinating, obviously, that I was sinking into the cushions, but like my body was, and like it was just like I was like glued to it. And then my friends would be like, "Yo, Will, do you need water or anything?" And I would literally just be like, I would just look at them like this. I'd be like, and then I'd look away because I just didn't know how to talk. Like I was like, how do I speak when I'm high? It's not gonna sound right. Like it's gonna sound weird if I talk now because I'm high. And that lasted for like the entire night. And I woke up the next day and I was like, I don't think weed's for me. Turns out weed is for me. I do like weed. That took me like a year to like get into it. And so like now I'll smoke every so often. I found that I like smoking more though, because like you can control it a little bit more.
Hmm.
But that was my first high story. My first time drinking was
Before you go into your
good.
drinking story, I want to know everybody else's first time high story. Just
Yeah.
like I'm sure everybody's got a great one.
Oh God.
I think we did go over them on an
Did
an
we?
earlier cast. Yeah, we did.
Oh.
We still can. I don't think everybody was. Everybody wasn't on that one, but did that remind me so much when he said he was singing to the couch of the Dare commercial of the girl and she's flat? And like, this is what will
Yes,
happen
bro.
to you if you smoke. Like, that's
That
exactly what it made me
happened.
think of. It's such a.
Did
funny
you not
commercial.
do the like these edibles ain't shit and take another? You didn't do that?
Oh, the
Oh,
Dare
oh.
shirt! Oh my god!
on hand?
I got mine somewhere. I'm not.
I
sure
literally
if it's
wore
on
this on
that hat.
like a cast or two ago because I just fuck around in this. This is
It's
my
actually like
I-
it goes hard.
this is
it
my
goes hard
favorite
as fuck.
festival shirt because it's like every you're at a festival, everyone's on some type of drugs and they say Dare, they're like it's ironic, and I'm like, oh, it certainly is based on what's inside of me right now, allegedly.
Dude, oh my
Allegedly.
Wait, what?
God.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But yeah, did that happen to you, Idol? Did you do the edibles ain't shit and took another, or no? You were chilling.
No, because luckily I was with friends who had smoked, and they were well versed,
Good
allegedly.
friends.
And
Yeah.
I was just like, guys, I'm not really feeling it. And they're like,
Like, oh,
"Dude,
just wait.
They're like,
Just
dude,
wait."
dude, just okay, just.
The edibles different too, 'cause it hits you like a train. It all kind of just blasts you. At
Oh,
once.
dude, like
Something
I like
different.
remember the moment it hit me, and like
Yeah.
I was like there was a moment of like terror before like it all mellowed out, when I was like, okay, we're fine.
It's a
Uh,
terrifying feeling, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's your body doesn't know what to do with it. It's like, this isn't normal, and that's why I'm like kind of afraid to ever do anything like harder, because like that kind of shocked my body. It was like nothing really in hindsight, but like doing like an actual psychedelic, which is like,
Dude.
which
Chris
by the way,
Hamsey's
shout out Colorado, we just kind of legalized
Don't hang
it.
out with hands. You're gonna do
But-
meth, bro.
Nah, there's nothing worse than being on too many psychedelics and just being like, I just want to be able to think normal thoughts.
No,
and
don't listen to
speak
Hamzy. Don't listen to him.
sentences.
That's not normal. I will say, Idol, I think, I'm not a weed enjoyer personally, but, allegedly I may partake in other things sometimes. And I will say that many other drugs, you don't feel like high like you do on weed. Like most drugs are more clear-headed than weed, if that makes sense. Like you're more
Well,
really?
cognizant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is someone explain to me
never-
how people can go live when they're high though, like on weed? Because I agree. Weed,
I don't
like,
understand weed.
Yeah,
it
I don't.
clouds me. Like I'm going to I have to like book time on like my calendar, and I'm like, I will be high. No one talk to me.
I think okay, so here's my take on it. So for me, I've definitely become more of an avid smoker at night, and I think I've gone through phases, because like when I first started, it was like that. Like I'd have to map it out and be like, oh hell no, like I have work tomorrow, I got school tomorrow or whatever. Like I'm not getting high tonight because I'm probably gonna fucking wake up and still feel like a pussy. And so I think through me, like it used to even be like, oh, I can't smoke. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and I don't want to act weird on stream if anything's lingering. But I think just with a develop of like tolerance, you enjoy.
Definitely
I don't know.
tolerant.
You get to a point where you just can exist and be normal and still kind of
Yeah.
feel high. I don't
I'd
know.
ask
But everyone's
Papa.
different. Everyone's different. There's
Yeah.
also people that like get more social when they smoke, and there's people that go the opposite direction.
I don't get that. I know like I know people
Yeah.
like T Papa like fucking hit like fucking
Yeah.
hits dabs
bro. He be
on
smoking dabs,
stream.
bro.
I don't
Yeah,
get like
he hits dabs, and he'll be firing out 100 fucking words a minute. Like still,
if
Yeah.
That ain't
if
me.
I get high or if I take an edible, like I'm just sitting in my chair. I don't want to speak to anybody. I just want to click things on RuneScape. Literally, that's it. I just want to
Yeah.
like brain off. I just want to click a boss a couple of times and be like, that was fun. Just like literally, that's like I don't know.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
the
it's a lot of
same.
RuneScape players.
Yeah.
If anybody has a first time high story that they want to tell, go ahead. I just remember on one of them, I don't think half these people were here on that one. So
Yeah, I was gonna say,
go
I
ahead.
remember
Go
telling
ahead.
my story,
Well, like,
but
Yeah. If you
You don't know if
haven't,
you
go
can-
ahead.
you can't get into yours, Whale?
Yeah, like so
We're under
allegedly
investigation still.
my first time may involve a little bit of breaking and entering. So
Oh, go on
Allegedly.
then. Go
Allegedly.
on then.
It's
Statute
allegedly,
of
yeah.
limitations. We're good.
All right. You're
Yeah,
good.
I mean,
Go ahead and tell the story about your friend who the first time they were high
Yeah.
allegedly
Yeah.
did some breaking and entering.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so
happened
my
then?
friend, he broke into his neighbor's house at about 2 a.m. with my other friend and stole our other friend's parents' weed and then smoked that.
dude, what?
Gas.
I wasn't there for it, but yeah, it's a
Did the
That's like
parents
a
call them
crackhead.
out?
That's a
Did the
crackhead
parents
crime.
call
You're
them
just-
out?
You're just getting weed.
yeah, the person whose father it was definitely gotten into some trouble for that.
Holy.
As they should, honestly.
Damn, man,
Yeah.
dude, that actually reminded me of this one time, bro. Not to go too off on a tangent, but one time we threw this party at my friend's house in high school, and his parents came home from vacation or whatever they were, whatever. And she's like, "You had a party." She's yelling at him. She's like, "You did this." Like, we cleaned everything. We made sure nothing was fucked up. Nothing was. But she was mad about one thing. She was like, "Someone went into my room and stole $60 from me." And we were like, "Oh, that's fucked up, man. We had everyone over. Like, we let this whole we hosted this whole thing, and someone is actually gonna go steal from the parents. Like, that's actually fucked up." So we went on this whole detective thing, dude. We were like interrogating people, trying to figure out who stole his mom's money. That's fucked up. You're gonna give it back. We ended up pinpointing the guy. And like me and my boy got him fucking cornered in the hallway at school, and we're like talking all this shit, like we're about to beat his ass. And he's like, okay, guys, like I'll admit it, like I stole, but like I didn't steal cash. He's like, I stole a bag of cocaine from her room. So we had to go back and tell my best friend that like we found out who stole your mom's money, but it wasn't in cash form. It was $60.
Dude, I was gonna say, if that was like the mom, why would she say she's mad about $60 when she knew it was a little baggie of coke?
That's what I'm saying, dude. She sent like she didn't like we were mad that someone would do that to her. So we heard that happened. We were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna like we didn't tell her we were gonna go on this whole investigation, but we were like, let's do it for her. Like let's get her the money back. Like let's prove that we're not like complete shitheads. Like the one thing that got fucked up from the party, like so we can actually come back and be like, look, we had a party, nothing got fucked up. Like we made up the one wrong thing that happened.
Wow.
Well, Hamzy, I want you to tell the other story that you told me recently. By the way, now since you're here, finally, I would like you to tell that story.
Which story?
The one about you and the lady, your lady friend in the back of the Uber. You're having some thoughts, going through some things.
Where did this come from, man?
I just
This was, like,
remembered it.
before
Talking about being
TwitchCon.
high,
This
now
was a
you've
minute
been
ago.
cornered. This is it.
Listen, man, I want you to tell the story. It's a good story. It also adds to your kind of your
No.
story.
It adds to my whole like this stigma that I have.
Exactly.
about me.
It really
It's
empowers
not-
you.
You have a
Hamzy hates it. He
repertoire.
doesn't
It's not
like
who I
it.
am,
Yeah,
though.
bro.
It's not
No,
who I am, bro.
Listen, you know
Okay,
what? Let the
listen, dude.
viewers decide. Tell the story.
No,
About
man.
Hams being a
listen,
cunt.
Get into it. It's okay.
On my first ever cast that I was on, I told 2 stories. Okay, we were talking about a lot of stuff, drinking, hooking up with girls and stuff. And 2 girls that I happened to hook up with had boyfriends. And all of a sudden, this whole stigma about me,
So
like
this girl you hooked up with recently, did she have a boyfriend?
I hook up with girls that have boyfriends and wives, and like it happened twice. And then, okay, now it happened a 3rd time. But this was different. But like, so this is just gonna be
Different.
so bad. Oh my god.
You're playing into the politician shit too when you talk like this, all right, bro?
Oh, this is like this is
around it.
actually the worst one too, dude, because there was like thought
It's a
that
good
went
story.
into it.
Listen, you got some. Listen, just you spiced up with your politics. You can get some copium. It's okay. Go ahead.
Man, all right, fine.
Adrian.
I'm gonna sound like a piece of shit.
No. It's just explain yourself.
Okay,
let it out.
okay. Well, let me just set the stage. I was getting off work. Later on in the night, I had my 2 friends, my 2 best friends. We didn't know what to do that night. 2 of them hit me up and they're like, we have a big group of people that we knew from high school. It wasn't like our friends, but we knew them. They're like at this club. They're doing this like birthday for someone. It was like a big friend group. They're all really tight with each other. One of my friends got invited. We kind of just like went. It was people we knew, but wasn't really like, they weren't really like homies. So I go and I'm seeing a lot of people that I haven't seen, since high school, and like a lot of catching up, a lot of like, hey, how you doing? This is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing. So there's this one girl that I had seen, and we were catching up, and she's telling me all about her boyfriend and how like she's like moving tomorrow to. He's like doing his master's at MIT or whatever, and she's like going up to move to like, where is it, Boston or something? Yeah. So she's moving up the next day. She's talking about how like great this thing is, and they've been dating for like 5 years, and
She says she loves him.
like I didn't get that part. No, I don't believe I heard that. But then, like a little bit after that, we're all dancing, having a good time, and she's getting like real close. And so I texted into my group chat with my 2 boys, and I'm like, yo, my honor is being tested right now. And then one of my friends is like, don't do it. He just immediately texts back like, don't do it.
Because he knows you, bro.
And then she pulls me off because we had like kind of like a private not a private section of the club, but they had like a side section. And then she like grabs my hand, like pulls me into the like main dance floor, and just like starts making out with me. And I walk back over, and it's like my friend standing there, and he's just looking at me like shaking his head, like disappointed. And he's like, dude. He's like, I thought you were Ned Stark, man. Me and my friend are like really obsessed with Game of Thrones. So he's like, I thought you were Ned Stark, man. He's like, I thought you were a man of honor. And I was like, oh, dude, she like really was like all up in it. And then, we end up leaving the club, and we're all at this taco stand right outside. And this is like the end of the night, people are getting tacos. And then like a smaller sector of us were making plans to go to this like post-game party after. And I go to piss behind this dumpster, and I come back, and he's standing there, and he's like, yeah, dude, she's talking about how bad she wants to fuck you. And he's like, I think you should do it. And I'm like, what do you mean, dude? I was like, what? You just told me to be Ned Stark. Like, he's like, yeah, just fucking do it. And I was like, all right, we'll see where this goes. So we're in this Uber XL. We're in the back seat. It's me. It's the back 3 seats, and she's in the middle. I'm on one side of her, and her friend's on the other side. And at this point in my mind, I'm like, dude, we're going to this is gonna happen. And I hear her friend on the other side of her, like, I can just like overhear her whispering into her ear, like convincing her not to do it. And she's like, you have this amazing guy, like, don't do it. Like, and the whole time she's doing that, dude, this girl is just like rubbing my shit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I can't do this, man. Like, how am I meant to go through with this, dude? I can literally hear her. Dude, she's telling stories about like, oh, one time I almost cheated on my boyfriend, and then like I didn't, and I was so happy that I did it. And like, you have this amazing human, and you're going to move up to him. And I'm like, dude, this is fucked up, man. And we ended up going to the post game.
And no, spell it out.
Go on. Go on.
Took her to
Yeah,
Pound
I did
Town.
it.
Go
I
on.
fucked her. I went back to her place. And,
Honestly, I think you did the right thing. I really do.
I pulled kind of
Bro,
I pulled a
honestly-
move after that I don't know if is like good or bad, but I also like woke up and bounced before she woke up.
That's
good.
definitely
Yeah.
a good move.
That was a
That's
good
the
move.
play.
Sure.
That was a good
I
move.
mean,
She would have
think
broke
so.
down
Like-
in front of you and been like, "I ruined everything," and you don't want to be there for that.
I mean,
Then she
To
just
be
got
f-
on a train and went up to.
that guy never will find out. I mean, I feel like a girl coming on to you like that though, like if a married or a girl in a relationship came on to me, I don't think I would like, it's not me pressuring her. Like she's the one making she's rubbing your shit up in the car. You're
Shut up, Phoenix. There's a fucking chick who's been in your bed, butt ass naked, and you're like, I don't know. If I
Yeah,
oh,
you
shut up.
know.
You're not gonna fuck. You're
Okay,
not gonna
actually,
fuck any woman who's gonna.
I'm gonna
coming on
let
to
me.
you.
I'm gonna self-report like a couple more times real quick about me. I mean, I don't know if I'd really call it a fumble. I'll let y'all
I fumbled
gauge.
today. You go ahead. I've
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, and then we'll talk about Joe's
phone.
fumble. Yeah, we need to
Good
get to
fumble today.
that. So when I first moved into my house, I was like 20 or 21, completely alone. Literally had nothing. Like I didn't even have any furniture. Like I don't even know if I had a couch yet. But I got on Tinder because I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I live alone. Like this is like that was like my first taste of freedom. I was like, I'm getting on Tinder. So I hopped on Tinder, and I think I matched with like 2 or 3 girls in like the period of like a couple months. And each girl that came over, they both really sucked. Like I'll be honest, they're both very boring people. They honestly, I was definitely horny, but I didn't even
I mean,
like.
all women suck.
I-
So. Are you surprised?
Yeah,
So
you know.
true.
But so
got
they
the
came.
shades on,
Listen,
talking crazy, bro.
I know it's kind of funny.
love it, dude.
Yeah, the shades. But these girls, they came over, and both girls that I had that would come over to my house in the span of like the couple months where I was on like a Tinder binge, they would both find ways. Like this is separate occurrences, but both of them found a way to be like, "Dang, it's kind of hot in here. Do you care if I like take my shirt off?" And I'd be like, I mean, shit. I don't care. Like, take your shirt off. And guess what? I didn't fuck either of them. So I just thought I just had
Nick,
to set
They
this up.
are
Like, I
giving
did-
you
we
the
did-
most obvious signs in the world, and you still won't fuck them. They did that because you didn't make the first move.
And then yeah, they would never talk to me again after they would
Yeah,
come over and
fucking
take
duh.
their shirt off.
God, you piss me off. Also, can I just say back to Hamzy's story, like, if she's gonna do it with you, she's gonna do it with somebody. So like, you might as well be the lucky person. You know what I
Whoa.
mean?
Nah, Hamsy's one of a kind. What are you
No, but-
talking about?
Well,
No, she's right.
No,
though.
like she's gonna cheat anyways. That bitch is gonna
That's-
cheat. Like
Nah,
he's a
I
cheater.
would cheat with Hamsy. I wouldn't cheat with anyone else.
okay, that's fair.
So
honestly.
true.
I think it's very situational. Like you didn't know the guy, did you?
No.
Okay, I mean it's
Bro,
tough,
The
but
dude
you know,
is
it is
up
what
in
it is.
Boston working his
But-
ass off in school, trying to provide. He's like, I'm
MIT,
gonna
bro.
marry this girl someday. I'm working hard in school. I'm gonna buy her a ring. You know, I can't wait till she comes up this weekend to see me. I'm gonna surprise her, take her out to our favorite restaurant, and
Maybe she's just so committed that she just needs her last taste of freedom before she marries him.
maybe.
He's gonna know because there's gonna be a cavern left from where Hamzy was at, so he'll know.
But about her friends not knowing. I mean, about people not knowing. Like all her that was her circle. That was there. Like all her best friends were there.
It
They
probably
kinda,
got
like,
back.
knew what was going on.
Dude, she better not. If she pisses one of them off one day,
Oh, bro.
Oh,
dude,
no.
There's gonna be a
can't,
fucking nerd from MIT outside your door. I'm like, hey man, open your door. Yeah, I heard you slapping my wife.
Oh no.
I love this story. When Hamzy told me this story, like he kept like rambling on, and I was like, and then it got real quiet, and I was like, "Did you fuck her?" And he was like, "Yeah, I fucked her." I was like, "What the fuck, bro?" I fucking died. Dude. We was mid
And
top.
I'm not
I
gonna go
died
that
P1.
far, and
I
then,
died P1
like-
at top. We were doing a top together, like off stream, and like I died P1. I was laughing, so I could literally just.
yeah, I
like,
was there. I witnessed that.
I just hands off, dude. I was.
I mean, at that point, you've already committed the sin, so like you might as well like
yeah.
have some fun, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, that's such a.
Like, okay, you've made out with a guy all night, and you've brought him back to your room, and then like last minute it doesn't happen. Is that like any worse or any like not worse? Like any better?
You already cheated. Like you might as well
Yeah.
just do the most.
Idol, are
still
you
the deal.
Are you open about your relationship with on like your stream and stuff and YouTube, or no? Do you talk about it
Oh
ever?
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I talk about I like people don't really ask because I play RuneScape, so that I think most people just assume I
That's
don't
fair.
have.
That's
I'm not in. I remember I was recording a video with Nine Rain, and the dude he was like we were just talking, and I brought up my girlfriend, just like I was telling a story, and I brought her up, and she was like tangential, and he got like offended. He was like. Idol has a girlfriend, and I was like, pardon? Like, yes, I do. And he was just for some reason it makes people either upset, but that's probably because like the parasocial thing, or it just surprises people. So like I talk about it. I'm not hiding anything, but people
Well,
don't
I was going to
ask.
ask you, what are your thoughts on the Hamzy situation? How long have you been in a relationship?
6 years.
6
Oh,
years.
come on.
All
How does that make
I'm
you
gonna
feel?
say here's all
Oh
I'll say.
man.
I for about God, like Hamzy, we live within like 2 miles of each other.
Yeah.
Oh no, bro! Get away from your girl, bro.
And I'm just really happy we moved because honestly, there were some close calls. We almost went to the same Porter Robinson concert.
I know, dude.
She was there. I'm afraid that in a different timeline. I'm no longer with my girl. You're with my girlfriend. You moved with her here, and I am a lonely, sad boy. I probably fucking moved back to New Jersey, and like, oh my god, that's
I
the
could have
alternate
created
timeline.
snowman mode.
Yeah, it could have been you, man. Could have been you. So I'm just really thankful that I moved away from you.
Oh,
But
man.
as for the morality of the whole thing, like you do you, King.
Yeah. It would be fine. T Papa's wife made it out of TwitchCon unaffected. I think as far as we
Hey,
know.
man, that wasn't.
So there was one time he was kind of close to her, and I was
Whoa!
actually live.
He caught that in the
I was
vlog,
actually
yeah.
live. My chat saved T Papa's life actually.
Yeah.
So
That's
shout
no.
out to-
Oh my
T
god.
Papa thought
yeah.
I was gonna be the issue? Nah, dude. You saw fucking Hamilton in the back, fucking sliding in, bro. Nah.
it was close for sure.
Dude, I
Yeah,
want.
people were commenting to that in your stream while you were live, man. I was like, what
Listen,
the hell,
man,
dude?
this it is what it is now.
It's
The
important to
worst
have a
part-
brand,
yeah.
Hamzy. This is
This
good.
is your third strike. You're out.
I know, man. But the first two were like so. Dude, they're 3 strikes like over such a long period of time. Like, is there not like a reset?
Here
No.
comes the politician, bro. Here he comes.
It's a 10-year period, dude. There should be
Bro's
like a
trying to backtrack.
5-year.
Snappy statute limitations on fucking other
There should
people's
be like a
girlfriends.
5-year.
Yeah, everyone gets 2 per 5 years. That's fair.
2 per
Yeah.
5 years. All right. Okay.
It hasn't
I think
been
a
more than
5-year
5 years
reset.
though for any of them. Has it? Or has
Has
it?
what?
Has it been more than 5 years for any of these girls?
Yeah. The NC State guy's girlfriend was 10 years ago.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, okay. That's
That's
okay. Then.
fine.
That's. Psh.
Completely
that's a
been
little
past.
better. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's a long time ago,
You
man.
just relapse. It's just a relapse.
People
It's okay.
change. There's a minor
People
relapse.
change as he does it
I'm
again
back
10
on the
years
wagon,
later.
I swear.
Dude,
Did
I
you-
want to
did you-
go out with Hamzy so bad. I feel like I just want to
Dude, we
experience
will.
what Hamzy's like. That's
We
all
went
I
out-
need.
We will, man. You're coming. You're coming down here in a couple weeks, yeah?
That is true.
Oh,
actually,
wait,
yeah.
for real?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
going up to where near Hamzy's staying. I'm going to a show there and gonna be there through the weekend. And I was like, hey, Hamzy, you want to fucking hang out, go to the show, and do other shit? So we'll figure
Will you
it out
guys
from there.
please spot a live stream or something
Like
together?
what?
Yeah, come through.
Yeah, come.
okay. Maybe I will.
Hell yeah, do it.
Maybe I won't. What of it?
It'll be
I
fucking
live
awesome
near
if you
y'all.
do.
No, it's
I
gonna
don't-
be a good time though. I'll take care of you.
I have a
Legit.
good question I'd like to ask for Otto. I mean, I think it's a good question at least.
Go ahead.
When you get like I don't know, what is the equivalent of the YouTube form of writer's block? Like, what would you? Is it still called
I would
writer's
call it
block?
writer's block.
How do you, yeah. how do you handle that though? Outside of the dumbass fucking wording of it, how do you what do you go for a walk? Do you like?
Oh,
What do you do?
So when I have writer's block, step 1, and I'm not joking, is to have a panic attack, because I will legit think that I will never have a good idea ever again. Like that will be my first thought. Like first thought when I can't come up with an idea is like that's it. I've come up with all of them. I'm done. I need to stop. Then usually what I do is I just like, it's so cliche. It's the shitty advice. I'm sorry if you're hearing this, but I stopped trying to think of an idea. Like I just like, I'll just go watch a live stream, or I'll watch a YouTube video, or I'll watch like Netflix. And like, that's when I'll just like randomly come up with an idea. And like the most important thing to stopping writer's block is write down every single idea you have the second you have it. Don't just think of the idea and then just be like, that's a good idea, I'm going to do that later. Just like write it down, just so like when you do have it, you can go back to something and be like, all right, I can at least work on that. Or you can just like shut your brain off, and when you do have an idea, you can write it down. But like writer's block's a bitch. It's always going to be a bitch. There's no trick to really get rid of it. You just like, it's different for everyone. And for me, it's like literally just stop trying for a little bit. But like, that's such a bad answer. So I apologize.
I think that's a great answer.
not a bad answer.
No, I think you're right. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say the like writing it down when it comes to your head, because I feel like I've had so many moments where I'm like, wow, that would be a banger YouTube video, and then I like don't write it down, and then later I'll be like, I had a huge cool idea and I don't even remember it now, and now I'm really mad. So
yeah,
having
right.
Shout out the Notes app.
Dude, the Notes app. Matt, I actually, well, I'm opposed because I have an Android, but like I have the equivalent Notes app.
Android?
I was about
Yeah,
to throw up.
scum.
Jesus Christ.
Get on here.
But dude, I had like the idea for I had the idea for Snail Man like months before I made it. I had the idea for like a prop hunt plugin way before I even had the Snail Man idea. Like it's all just stuff that I had the idea for, and I wrote it down, and then one day when I was bored, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that today because I don't know what else to do. So like it's the best if you just come up with ideas at one point, and then like when you're like when you need to work on something or want to work on something, you don't have to worry about the coming up with a brand new idea. That's what I think the best
that's
idea
great
is.
advice. I remember before we talked about YouTube on here, and that was Max's one of his main advices was to write down your ideas, because he has like this he has this insane like sheet of shit that he'd be writing down. And you know, I started doing it too, just for, you know, I'm not like, I don't have a YouTube or anything, but like for the base team, just like I wrote one down today. If you'd like to hear it, you can tell me what you think. I said we do a based instructional exercise video that is like comedic, but it's also like actually a good workout, and we involve everybody in the video. I feel like that'd be very funny and be a very good video.
yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
So
We
that
should
was
film
my.
our
that
own like
when we're
POVs, like
meeting together.
prop our phones up and like
I'll set up a whole workout, and then like me, I guess me and Max. I don't know anybody else who's pretty into fitness, but we go through the workout. Like
Zoe?
you guys are like demonstrating the. Oh, sorry, Zoe. Actually, Zoe, when's
Okay,
the last
I'll pretend
gym?
to not be offended.
When's the last time we went to the gym?
Today.
You told me last time it's been weeks.
Yeah, but I'm getting back into it. We go through
Okay.
phases, okay? I was working on my
Yeah,
YouTube.
alright,
I didn't go to the gym.
fair.
Now I figured out what I'm doing. I'm going to the gym. You know.
Don't post a fucking picture of you flexing and tag me in it, please. Don't fucking dunk on me.
Oh, she will
But,
fucking dunk on
or
you,
is that-
bro.
or is it like that'd be great. We could dress up for it, and like you got like Qneeks demonstrates an exercise, Whale demonstrates an exercise, and like we go through like the workout. Like it'd be good. That was my idea, but it's
That'd
I
be
think
fun.
That's a really good
great
idea.
advice to anybody, just
Yeah,
write
think
shit
of that.
down. So,
That, but also like the writing stuff down, like you said, it doesn't just go for having a YouTube channel. Like even if you stream or if you really do anything, like
No.
you can have an idea for something to do on stream. Like that is 100% a thing. I would just recommend if you have an idea that's good enough to write it down, you're going to do it on stream, just download the VOD, make a few cuts, put some background music, and put it on YouTube. Just do it.
Free
Just fucking
content.
do it. Just do
that's
it.
true.
I promise you, it's not that hard. There's free editing software and everything. It's probably gonna flop, but that's fine because at least you did it. And like that's
true.
I just upload shit.
What are your
Just
thoughts on
Yeah,
scripting?
man.
What are your thoughts on scripting a stream? Because I can tell you, I've never scripted a stream, but Top Tuesday, there are parts of Top Tuesday that are scripted, as in I've wrote down like provocative questions or something to get into while we're like doing the content to, like, you know, get the interaction, get the content.
So Dwight, tell us about it.
Exactly. Like, yeah, Dwight Top Tuesday, a lot of scripting in that for sure. Like, I mean, I've
But that's a
asked
good
certain
idea.
questions.
If you have a guest, you need to. You got to write down some good questions.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I can't
speaking
script
of,
shit.
for you, Idol, when was the last time you diddled kids?
Bro, what the fuck?
This is a trap question. I
You
can't
don't
really
have to answer
know.
that question. We can move on to me fumbling the bag today because I did not
Wait,
tell my fumbling.
Oh yeah,
story.
wait, no, we had to talk about that. That was an important lead-in
I'm
from
so
the other
sorry.
from
I'm
the
so
topic.
sorry.
Go ahead, Zoe.
Cut that.
The only
cut
thing
that,
I
cut
wanted
that,
to
cut
say
that.
is I did something recently that I think is very helpful for content creators, especially, but also for everyone, where I made my own Discord. And I have 2 channels, one's stream ideas, one's video ideas. And I just kind of write stuff down there as I go. And then when the ideas are good enough, or if I have something to elaborate on, I make a channel. And then in the channel, I start writing the script. And it's been like, it's so nice. And then you can just like go back and like edit or keep writing stuff. And yeah, the like personal Discord has been like,
That's a
Oh, this
great
is just a
idea.
personal
Yeah,
Discord that
sick.
only you are in.
yeah,
Hey,
I have a
yeah.
to-do
Stop.
list.
You're
I
leaking
have
the
like,
secrets.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
I like
that's
it.
good.
I thought I was special. I do the same thing actually, but turns
I
out
feel like a lot of people do it.
Wait, that,
yeah.
no, that's
Noel's
actually such a
very
sick idea.
organized. Yeah, it is a good idea.
Highly
Because I
recommend.
have like I have like a to-do app that I do basically the same thing on, but I always have Discord open.
That's what I mean. You're already
everywhere.
there. Yeah.
Like that is such a better idea than like a separate app that I have to remember to go into.
Talk to us, then, bro. You always got Discord open. You never say nothing to us, man.
Well, that's because I'm afraid
love
of you
you.
guys.
Are you still afraid?
Yeah,
of it?
that's fair.
Are you still afraid of us after meeting us at TwitchCon?
Yeah, I'm afraid of. I'm not. Oh, come on. Okay, ignore. I was never afraid of you. Come on. Like,
Hey, yo, bro.
I've been letting him get
When
away
you
with this
diddle
shit.
kids together with someone, you form a special kind of bond.
Hey,
and,
yo,
you know.
what did Zoe? I told you that in confidence.
you opened
my
this
bad, my
door.
bad.
This is you. This is your fault. You opened it. Sure, she followed up,
It
but you
is
opened the
your
door. This
fault.
is your fault.
Oh God.
The TwitchCon experience is important though. How was like we've talked about Twitch and TwitchCon, but how was your like what did you think going into it? Like what were your expectations? How was it? Like just go through it with us.
Oh yeah.
Man. Well, so yeah, I won't talk too long about it because I know you guys did a whole TwitchCon.
No, we want to
episode.
hear everything.
We
We want to know about
We
how
wanna hear
your
your
side
side.
is. Yeah.
Dude.
Well, my side was
Yeah.
a lot of your sides. I spent a lot of time with you
Well,
you
tell
guys.
us the other stuff.
It's
Glad
like-
you did.
Yeah. What's the other
It's
stuff?
Another
going
angle.
into
You know,
it.
it's fun.
I was like a mix of like really excited and really anxious because like I messaged someone. I was like, I think there's a good chance they just won't like me. Like I just won't think I just don't think they're gonna like me because like
Shit,
I don't
guys,
think I'm
he
gonna be able
knows.
to keep up.
Fuck.
And then like I met all you guys. I remember the Wednesday. I got in on Wednesday at like late. I like my plane landed at like midnight, and I went over to the base compound the second I got to our Airbnb. I just walked over, and everyone was hanging out. It was like very chill. And like the second I got there, like everyone was just like super nice to me, as if like I had been there the whole time. And I was just like, oh, so we're just gonna be like friends this whole time. Great, fantastic. And then like the whole time, it was just like it was as if I knew everyone. And this goes for people outside of base too. Genuinely, everyone I met at TwitchCon, except for one person, was so fucking cool. Like, it was unbelievable, especially considering it's RuneScape players. Like everyone was so nice. Everyone was just like, even if they didn't know who I was, like they just kind of came at me like as if they expected me to be like the nicest person they've ever met, which is like mistake, but like cool. I appreciate that. But like it really helped me as like I get like social anxiety very easily, very unique, very very unique personality trait I have as a RuneScape player. But yeah, everyone's like super nice right off the bat. So like I immediately let my guard down, and then I had like 18 million beers, and I was like, yeah, maybe I can let loose a little bit. And that made me a lot less scared of you guys. I'm still terrified of Seth though, because he was the only person there who was taller than me, and that was like not okay.
We bonded well. There's speaking of the vlogs, the next few vlogs, you have a lot of cameos. I'm excited for you to see. So,
Oh no.
some good
Yeah,
highlights.
I didn't know you were so fucking tall, man.
Yeah,
I was
you
taken
are
back.
camera
wouldn't have
angle
expected it, yeah.
does not.
That was the talk of the first
It
time you guys
was.
met me. Everyone was just
That is
like,
true, yeah.
everyone was like, wait, what the fuck? Why are you tall? Like it wasn't even just like people weren't even like, oh dude, you're taller than I thought. They were just like, wait, what are you
Can I
doing?
ask
What are you-"
Will?
I
What
expected
are
to like
you?
look. I expected to see you, and I was supposed to like. I thought I was gonna look down at you, be like, "Idol, you dumb bitch." But like, you're fucking like 3 heads taller than me. I'm just like, oh fuck, I can't beat the shit out of this guy.
Will is just as tall as me, and I wanted to ask him like, I didn't think anything of it. Do you think it's because we're just tall and we just don't think about that kind of shit? I didn't think anything.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
it at all. I was like, oh damn, he's tall. I can't believe it. I was just like, oh, it's Idol. Like I don't know.
there's certain people that definitely gave off like 5'6" energy, and then I'd see them and they're like actually like my height, and I was just like, oh, Yeah, that's
was
cool. Not saying. I mean, okay. Anyways,
In the most
Damn.
like in the most respectful way. I don't know. Now that I've met you though, Idol, like I definitely see it. Like I can tell you're tall even in your camera. But like
His
before
chest,
I met
dude.
you,
Look at this chest. Come on, dude.
in
Get
the
off-
nicest way. I don't know. Yeah, I just like you
Wolverine.
give off shorter energy, but not like a mean way. Like I don't know.
I didn't take it in a mean way when people said I was short until people started using it as an insult, and then I was like, well, you know, you're not hurting me, you're hurting short people. So like, let's
True, because you're tall. Yeah, you're tall. You're chilling.
Yeah, surprising to me. I was more surprised that Puggin was so tall, and he was even taller than
Dude.
Yeah, he was
than
like,
other people.
whoa.
He was more surprising to me. That one took me back more than you.
Puggin
an athlete.
shocked me. I could not believe that. Like when I met Puggin and we were eye to eye, I was like, I recognized him, but I didn't think it was him at first because I was like, what?
Yeah.
How are you this height? This doesn't make any
That
sense.
was lean too.
It
You
was
see where
juicy
the
for
fuck you
me.
want, don't you? It's crazy.
I expect.
His
Yeah, I
camera's
expected
like
Puggin
up
to.
here.
Yeah, it makes it
How
look like
tall
he's
are
short. Like,
monitors?
That's true.
yeah, I don't- I thought he was gonna be my size. Like I expected Puggin to be like my build, but he's not my build at all.
Bro, he's got like
way
a
taller.
foot and a half on you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like I
know,
think
it's
that
just
was the
another
thing.
one of
It's
those
like
things.
literally like it's like not in a negative way at all. Just literally from the camera angles and stuff that we see and like we're used to seeing you at, we was like, okay, you just expect you to be a certain height. That's just what you think. But like we never get to see you like, you know, fully stand up, like compared like stood up compared to like anything else. We don't have like a reference point in your stream. So like when we see you in person, I'm just like, that is not what I expected. It's just was so
That
weird.
was one of the weirdest parts of TwitchCon for me was just like seeing how tall
The
certain
lower
people
half of
are
everyone's
who are
body.
short. Yeah, dude, you've never. That's it. I'm honestly, dude. I know it's not a big thing, but like, I'm like, oh shit, you're either like
The
much
most
bigger than I
unexpected
thought or
fat
much
ass.
smaller.
It's like,
No,
damn,
real.
Quincy had a fucking thick, juicy ass, bro.
Is it
Kidding
bad?
me?
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I know you might like this. I thought Nine Rain was gonna be like your height. Like it was, I thought he was tall. I thought he was tall. I didn't know
like
he was.
my
tall.
Dude,
height.
no,
He
I
gave me
could
tall
tell.
energy.
The second I talked to Nine Rain for the first time on Discord, I was like, yeah, this guy's fucking short. Like I just like, I just knew like that. It was instant. It's like I was like, yeah, this guy he can't keep up. But that's okay. He's the fucking, you know what? Whatever. Nine Rain has a body that should be illegal for a person whose main thing is RuneScape content. Like, shut up, get out of here. Like,
No.
fuck you. And also, he got mad at me for me. I was on a call with him, Hanani, and we were just talking. And Hanani accused him of posting thirst traps, and he was like, "No, I don't. I don't post thirst traps ever." And then he fucking like 2 days later posted that picture where he was like a Greek god, where he was like, "RuneScape players, this is what."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, this dude took it personally. He's just trying to like." He's like,
I enjoyed that photo. I think most of us.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
good.
That was a great photo.
Who didn't love that?
Photo,
And
It made me feel bad. I'm just like, it's just how are you a full-time RuneScaper and looking like that? That's just like you're setting the bar just way too high. Like that's not the average.
People just have
RuneScaper.
too much time in a day, honestly.
Yeah.
Cut it
He's a
out. Nine
different
Rain,
old
if
man.
you're hearing this,
made me
stop
feel
it.
pretty good. I was like, yeah, RuneScape players.
Hey, that's me.
That's my
Wait a
boy.
minute.
Hey, look, that's me.
He's talking
He
about
just
me.
like me
He
for
just
real,
like
bro.
me.
To be fair, honestly, I feel like there's other gaming communities that people are depicted worse than ours. So that's I don't think we're at the bottom. Like
No.
oh
No,
no, RuneScape. The RuneScape community is far from the bottom. When you have like the padding of League of Legends and Valorant, like
Oh, man.
like
People think we're smart.
that's true.
no, absolutely
No,
not.
really,
Oh my
like,
god.
When it comes to other communities on Twitch, I've been with like 2 separate communities, and they both said like, oh yeah, like old school RuneScape players are like normally pretty smart. That's the general opinion. I swear.
I hear normally pretty
I've just been
cringe.
watching Luke's.
personally.
I ain't watching
We're
that.
definitely cringe.
Cringe for sure.
Yeah.
They don't know enough.
I don't know.
Speaking of
As
cringe,
I said,
my wrist hurts so bad from blackjacking. I need to go take a lap around the house.
Yeah, that's cringe.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that actually plays right into the cringe part. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, pretty on brand.
I don't know.
Honestly.
I was about to say, when I go to like bigger streamers, like chats, and I'm a demon, I turn the partner badge off because I don't want them to pull my stream up and be like, "This guy fucking plays RuneScape." Like, I don't want them to like
Why is
review
that?
my stream. Yeah, like
Who just ran
But it's-
random
it's-
partner in the chat.
that's true. But the good thing is there are cringier games. Like I could be the Wizard 101 guy still.
Dude,
so
that
I'm
would
happy with
suck.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not want to come up off of that game. I'd rather come up off of RuneScape for sure. So.
I mean, RuneScape was always such that game growing up too. That like, I mean, at least for me, it was like the game you hid from your friends. Like it wasn't the game like you were talking about with everyone. Like there was the phase everyone played in school, and then everyone stopped, and then I kept
And there
playing. And like I assume a lot of us here kept playing, so it's like, yeah, it's kind of natural instinct. I feel like to be like, no,
Yeah,
no,
you didn't want to be the guy
don't-
that kept
don't-
playing.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Oof.
or be known as that guy at least. Jeez.
Yeah.
I still hide
Yeah,
it.
you
I'm
don't
just gonna
wanna-
say it. I still do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I still hide it as well.
I don't. Really
I actually in college, one of my friends who like, we were total bros, like going out drinking, partying all the time. It like came out that we both played RuneScape and we had like a massive bromance over it. And he also was we were just like cute noobs in RuneScape, but he also played so like we like set aside a day to like get our laptops and like he came over and we like played RuneScape together and he played this other game that I can't remember. It was like StarCraft, I think, that he was like really, really big up in StarCraft in the StarCraft community. So through the people that he met in StarCraft, he found some like sugar daddy to come meet us in RuneScape and give us each like, I don't know, however many mil of GP. This was like 2013. Like way back. Like I think this was like right when Old School came out.
do for that money.
Good shit.
Yeah. Well, dude, he's actually hitting me up these days now, and he's like, "Yo, dude, like texting me off to the side, like, yo, I see you're like I like heard through the grapevine you're like streaming on Twitch and stuff." He's like, "Do you know where I can buy some gold?"
Bro, that's like, I don't know. I think it's cool because like now, at least perceived to like IRL people, like friends that I had in high school, they hear about me streaming and some of them even play RuneScape and they hit me up and they're like, yo, like you stream? And I'm like, yeah. And like, it's like, I'm actually like a lot cooler for it now. Whereas I probably would have been bullied in high school if like that would have been heard of.
I
I
have.
have a friend from high school who like he streams every now and then, but yeah, he ended up finding out that I'm streaming, and yeah, he shows up every once in a while.
I have a good
That'd be
story for
sick.
that actually happened recently. So
Oh.
obviously we took the private jet to TwitchCon and we took a pretty epic photo in front of the jet. And I don't use Facebook. I have a Facebook. I've used it years ago. Last time I posted on there was probably like 3 years ago. It's like a nice picture of me and my grandmother, RIP. And I posted on there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna post on here. I'm gonna flex on these fucks. I got the private jet picture and I posted, and the caption was, "Doing all right."
Hell yeah, dude.
And then I had someone I went to high school with hit me up, and he was like, "Bro, those are all RuneScape streamers. That's Tasty from YouTube."
No way.
No way.
He's like, "You stream?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, he's like, "Don't worry, I won't leak anything. I know how it is." I was like, "All right, cool." And he pulled up and he subscribed and everything.
At least he had the fucking, dude, I had one person who came into my high school and was like, yo, they came into my chat and was like, first time chatter, like, yo, what's up, man? Like, you remember me from high school? And I was like, oh, that's just like a random, someone
Troll.
just fucking around. And then he's like, yeah, dude, you were in my third period science class with this teacher at this school. Like, I was like,
Oh,
dude,
man.
fucking one tick ban. And then I gotta hop on Facebook, which I haven't been in how many years, and message this person, be like, yo, sorry, like that I banned you. Just want to let you know, like, don't fucking say the high school that I went to in the chat.
I had someone drop the full name. It was a buddy of mine. It's actually happened to me last year. He donated. He did 500 bits and said, "What's up?" and then just put my full name.
Oh no, dude.
I immediately banned him and stopped the alert. Like no one said anything about it though. Like it just kind of like went by. Like none of anybody who even is a mod in there asked me anything about it. But like I'd messaged
Yeah.
like, "Hey, bro, don't say my full name."
I deal with it from time to time because when I used to do the DJ streams, it's the same account. So I used to like market that shit on all my like normal social medias. So like some people, still will pop in just to see, or like they'll still follow from all that time ago, and they'll come back in like they haven't chatted in years, and they'll just see like you're playing RuneScape now. Like, what is this?
Is that name you have on Venmo? Is that your actual full name?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, good then.
yeah, Hamilton Erlington.
I blacked
That's
it
the
out. I
one.
blacked it out for the going live.
Dude.
Hamilton early.
That's great. I love that.
Right.
Dude, I
Dude,
had
I remember
somebody
when
in my chat a couple days like a week or two ago. He comes in, his first and only message is like, "Turn down the music, you dumb fuck." And of course, I was just like, you can fuck off. I know I like to go into full cam mode for a lot of things when I like to tell people off, but this guy particularly, I was like, you can fuck off, take all this shit, shove it up your ass, get the fuck out of here, and I'll never see you again, dumbass, and just banned him. Then I looked at the unban request. He's like, "Hey, bro, unban me. It's XXX from, remember me from high school? We were on the same X team. We did all this shit together." And it's like, this is my name and stuff. I was like, why the fuck would you come into my channel and tell me to turn down the music? Like, literally, turn down the music, you dumb fuck. Like, why would you open with that of all things? Especially if you know me in real life. Like, you're a fucking idiot. Just
The
there's
lack of
so many
awareness,
better
man.
ways to introduce
Lack of
yourself.
awareness.
I think
It's
that's
big,
Turbo.
bandy
like
energy.
A real chatter energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
I
just
mean,
don't
maybe he was just like, like, were you really tight with him when you knew him? Like, maybe he. Okay, I was gonna say, like,
No.
I would have an IRL friend that would come in, and he's a mod in my stream, but he definitely would come in and be like, "God, I fucking hate you. I'm unsubscribing," or like whatever, just to, like, troll or some shit. And I
It's
feel
like
like
from the high school vibes are like that, like all dudes are just like, very just antagonistic towards each other, but like in a jokey way. And I think like I haven't seen this guy in person in like 10 years. So it's like, oh, okay, maybe we'll connect over the same way, the same things we did 10 years ago. It's like, that's not how things work. That's just not how.
I
Tanner
guess
from
that's
high
true.
school.
It's not a good introduction, at least.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
like 10 years later, imagine like sliding into someone's DM, like, yo, sup, fucker. It's like, what?
It's me, Tanner from
I
high
would go
school.
hard.
Yeah.
You're still playing
yeah.
this game?
Wait, Joe, we didn't hear the story of you fumbling, bro.
Oh, yeah, go.
Did we?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, because that's you. You were at the gym, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is a good
fumbled
story.
the bag.
I'll tell the fumble story, and then I think we should do the we get to the
Twitter.
Twitter topics because there's a decent thread on there. I think.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there's some good
Oh
questions.
shit, yeah. They're still gonna throw it out.
I will. So today, yes, I've been back to the gym as well. Post TwitchCon, I did. I did the lazy. Took a nice week and tried to like recover fully, but I've been back at it, getting a little crazy. Yeah, I was at the gym today, and I was on the preacher curl machine. Doing some curls. And when I go to the gym, I don't go too crazy. I'm usually wearing like a hoodie or a pullover. I let the thighs breathe, like I wear some short shorts just because it's more of a cozy thing, not really trying to show off. But I mean, it's always good to get the legs out. But I was sitting there, I'd finished the set, I stood up, and I felt like a hand on my back, and I immediately turned around, ready to fucking like fight to the death because I'm just very like fucking. When I'm in a different mindset when I'm in the gym. I go to the gym with the mindset of I want to die for an hour and a half. I'm blasting dubstep, hard style, metal. Just like very in the zone, very blinders on, and I turn around and like I probably looked frightened. She's probably, I don't know what she thought, but it's this girl, and I was like, my initial thought was, what the fuck did I just do? I thought I did something like bad, and we were just staring at each other. She wasn't saying anything, and we're just staring at each other. I was like, okay, and she goes, I'm so sorry. She's like, you look like somebody I knew. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, did I do anything? She's like, no. And I was like, well, who is it? And she told me the name, and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, it's definitely not me. And then she let off that and said, oh well, it doesn't matter. I kind of want to talk to you anyway because you're very cute. And I was like, at that point, like, and this is an attractive woman. She's hot. She honestly, she's double cheeked up bad. This is an attractive woman. And I froze. My brain was completely empty. And then, like, after she said that, I stood there and just stared at her for like 4 seconds. I did not know what to say. And then I finally came back to it, and I was like, oh, well, it's nice to meet you. My name is Seth, and I asked her what her name is, and she told me her name. And then after that, like I didn't know what to say. We just kind of stood there and stared for a minute, and I was like, "Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm gonna get back to working out."
Damn, Joe.
My brain was empty, bro. I didn't know what to
What
say.
are you doing?
I was about to say, Joe, you know how, listen, you talk to people for like almost pretty much a living, bro. I was like, you could.
Here's my coping excuse, okay? My mindset in the gym is so like I was not. I've been going to the gym for a long time. I've never in my entire like I don't know if she actually mistook me for somebody else or she was just trying to hit on me, but I've never been hit on. I've never been hit on the gym ever because I look like a fucking psychopath usually at the gym.
Yeah, dude, because it's a 1 in 1,000 drop rate on getting hit on the gym, dude. It's the hardest place to get. It's literally the hardest place to pick up a girl in all of existence, man. Every girl I've ever consulted on this, because you have your gym crush. It's like you go to the gym at the same time you have the gym crush. You're like, dude,
Yeah,
if
we always
only I could.
each other,
Every girl I've ever talked to has said, no, you cannot hit on girls at the gym. It's like a big
no. You definitely know. Especially the ones that got like the headphones on and they're like staring straight forward.
Yeah, dude. What am I gonna like?
Don't fuck with them. Like I feel like that's definitely Zoe. Don't talk to Zoe at the gym. She's gonna kill you. 100%.
There's no way to do it.
Honestly,
there's really no way around it.
I was thrown off, dude. I was so thrown off and so out of it. Like I just didn't. I could have said so many things like how long you been working out here. Like I could have. There's so many different things I could have said. And I was just like I got to work out. That's
I think what it is. When you get to that, like, whenever you meet someone and it's just instantly awkward and all you can think about is how awkward it is and then you become awkward, I think it was just feeding off of it, like just unlucky.
I interact and talk to people every day that I don't know too, so I don't know what happened. Like I sat down on the preacher curl bitch and I sat there and I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, what just happened? Like this isn't even me. Like why am I, what's happening? There's just like, I have the headphones on, the music's blasting. I'm like, fuck, it ruined my whole fucking night, really. I've been thinking about it all night because she was bad. Fuck.
Jessica, if you're listening, he loves you, okay? Hit him again at the gym.
It's kind of her fault because she led into it, but she had nothing to follow it up with. It's like if you came up to a girl and you were like, hey, beautiful, and then like had nothing to say. You'd be like, okay, like I'd be like, okay.
That was kind of her conversation to lead. Yeah, you're right. That was hers.
It.
I could tell she was kind of hurt by it because as soon as I said that, she said, "Oh," and then she's like, "Okay, nice to meet you too." It's fucking. Oh god.
I would just be like, "Yo, you got a Snapchat?" Nah, I don't know.
I imagine being at the gym saying that, bro.
I'm a professional fumbler. I'm not gonna say anything.
I mean, that's just so awkward, man. Even if she's into it, like just like standing in the middle of the gym, like getting a girl's number, like you can clearly tell when when you're at like the bar and you see a guy talking to a girl and you see them like both pull out their phones at the same time, like you can see, like that would be really weird to see at the gym. I don't know, man.
Well, I feel like when I go out in public in general, I have like a certain set of like priorities of things I should be alert about, and like an attractive woman approaching me when I'm at the gym is like it's not even on there. There's nothing on there at all.
Yeah, you turn your mind off to that.
Yeah, so I wasn't ready, but fuck, man, that one stings.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, okay, before we jump into the Twitter questions, can I ask, Hamzy, do you have a fumbling story, or are you just always 100% success rate?
On the spot, man. I don't know if I have like one that I can pull. I mean, I've definitely. Dude, believe me, man, I've fucked many things up. But I don't know.
Like other women's relationships, or like your
No. I mean. A lot of it was like kind of like with you, like Seth, with like when you're in the mentality of like with your workout and stuff. A lot of I used to fumble all the time when I was like DJing out at places. Like girls would come up and try to talk to me while I was DJing and like try to like they'd like lead with like asking if I had a certain song, and I'd be like, no, get the fuck out of my face. Like I'm not gonna play your stupid song. And then I'm like, oh, she was joking.
Damn, he was about it though. He was about his DJing business.
You're in the DJ mindset. So I'm like, I'm in the fucking like I motivate myself. Like I'm like I get the Joe Rogan mindset of like thinking about like people dying in front of me and shit, trying to motivate myself in the gym. Like I'm at that point in the workout fucking phase where like I gotta really muster myself. I mean it's tough after a while. Gym burnout is real. Like you got to switch it up to keep going.
Oh yeah.
This
100%.
this reminds me of one of my fumble stories, just to make maybe QNeeks feel a little better. But I don't think it's been anywhere down at that level. But I was at a bar once, and for once in my life, and went out with a couple of friends. I was at the bar ordering a drink, and I already had a couple of drinks in me. We were pre-gaming, and turned into fucking Rico Suave for like some, I don't know how. Just at that point, I was ordering a drink, waiting for the bartender to make it. There's like two ladies sitting next to me, and just strike up conversation, just like 5-10 minutes. Just they got my drink, and I was like, "See you ladies around," and just fucking peaced out. Hung out with my friends. One of these girls comes over to me later in the night, like 1.5 hours later, because we were at the bar, playing pool, shooting darts, drinking a lot. And she comes up to me late at night, and she's like, "Hey, like, I thought you were really cute. Can I have your phone number?" I was like, "What?" Oh, like, it's just straight up. I was sitting with my friends in the middle of a conversation. She comes up to me, like, taps me, she's like, "Can I have your number?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." That was kind of cool. Then I was like, "Okay, whatever." Just went back to regular conversation and stuff. She texts me like 45 minutes later. It's like, "Hey, I'm going to this bar with my friends. A couple people are leaving. If you want to come over and hang out with me at this bar." And I was like, "Oh, I've been to that bar. I'm not a big fan. Gonna stay here. Catch you some other time."
That place.
I would have.
And like, it only hit me later because at the time it just didn't hit me like, oh yeah, she's trying to like really hit on me. I was just like, oh cool, I met a cool person. She's like, oh, I'm doing these. It's like when you meet a new friend, like, oh, come hang out with me. We're doing these things type thing. Well, I was like, oh no, I'm not feeling those vibes. I'm gonna stay here. And she never texted me back after that. So done.
That makes sense. I feel like a lot of it comes down to the mindset, because in that moment you don't think that something is there, but when you look back on it, like in hindsight, you're like, well, damn, they're actually now that I think about it, yeah, I should have did something.
Yeah.
I think everybody's been there. So I had one last thing to touch on though. Idol, you've been in a relationship for 6 fucking years. That is a long fucking time. That's longer than QNeeks has been alive. So what is your advice to people? Honest, because I'm getting old and I'm fucked up. I need help. So tell me, please.
You're muted.
You're muted.
My bad.
No, go ahead.
The best advice, and it's not gonna work for people in this call, but maybe for people who are listening, dude, just meet someone. Just meet someone in college. Just go to college, meet someone.
What the fuck is that?
It's so much fucking easier.
Meta. That is a meta.
I met my
Should
girlfriend.
I live in a college town?
This is how you do it. Yes, maybe.
Like you're trying to catch some type of prey or something.
I met my girlfriend my second semester of my senior year. I was not in a relationship I was in a relationship my freshman year, and then not at all until my second semester senior year. That is the way you do it. Meet someone your second semester of your senior year, and then just stay with them, because everything I've heard about dating as an adult sucks. So just don't fucking do it. Just don't fucking do it. Go to college, go into crippling debt if you're American, and it's worth it. Like, it's so much easier. And also, go to a party school. Like, go to any school in Arizona. I didn't go to school in Arizona, but I hear it works. It's probably just you're gonna meet someone that way. So just do it.
So you're saying like 150K ish to buy a wife or buy a long-term partner?
Yeah. No, it's basically
You're buying a future.
Yeah, it's an investment. Yeah.
Think about it this way: with student loans, it's like a payment plan. So
true.
It's actually really crippling, but it's probably worth it. Like a companion for life and debt for life. I feel like it's.
Are you happy in your relationship?
Yes, absolutely.
When was the last time you had sex?
When I walked away from the camera, just there.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
When was the last time you jerked off?
When I walked away from the camera, I did both. 2 in 1.
Okay. Fair enough.
Very nice.
Very nice.
On the way, we do a quick rubbing one out. I get there.
Do the dyno.
Do the
That's
deed.
fun.
I'm a 2-pump jump. And then we, because I like to spruce it up a little bit. And then I came back here. I stayed muted, and that's how we do it. That's how we do.
That's fair enough. Okay.
That's how we live stream.
Good
I'm
shit.
picking up.
That's amazing.
I have another question before we, go into the. I have good question still, you know. But,
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
this is
yeah,
a very
finish.
basic question, but just where did the name Idol come from? I was thinking about it earlier because you said
Yeah.
you had done some stuff under other names and stuff. I'm not gonna ask you to, reveal those, but right now you are making content under the name of Idol. So
Yeah.
where did this? It's a kind of unique name.
I don't like the story. It's bad. It's not even a story. I was trying to come up with an idea for my Twitch name and I was watching Survivor at the time and they were talking about immunity idols on Survivor and I
Wow.
took the name Idol and that was taken and I lived next to a place that spelled it wasn't called Idol but it spelled the word Idol IDYL and I took that and I was like that's my name now. And the reason I don't like that story is because I told it on stream once, and someone was like, "Why were you watching Survivor in 2020?" I'm obsessed. I am obsessed with Survivor. It's an issue. I watch sports, and I watch Survivor like it's a sport. Like honestly,
show.
like it is a great show. But it's
Man's
an
got
issue.
fantasy team Survivor.
Dude, I do it,
Bro.
No, fuck up. I do a draft. I'm not even joking. It's a
Wow.
problem. It's legit a problem. So
Like
Bro.
modern day, like current day, you
Bro.
still do.
Man.
there's a season going on right now. It airs Wednesday nights. I'm so glad this is after dark because the thing I did before we did this, I watched Survivor. And a person I drafted went home. So yeah, I do it in current day. All right, man. Let's just fucking drop it. Let's
Bro.
move on. We got
You
some
like
Twitter
it?
Wait,
questions
wait.
and
People
then-
think
Let me-
that's
hold on.
weird. Survivor's
have one-
popular.
Yeah, Survivor. Okay,
In
this is
2010
crazy.
it
So-
was. Is it still popular?
It's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
popular.
It's,
Yeah.
it's
When
not as popular as it was, but yeah, it's still going. It's still kicking.
Does
Jeff Probst is
anyone-
still killing it?
Do any of you guys know anybody that like applied to be on? Ever?
Yes.
I have a family friend who was on Survivor.
I was gonna say my mom
Wow.
sent in like
Wait,
an
wait, wait, wait,
audition.
wait.
I need to. It was sick. You have a friend though. Go on.
Your
you
mom?
leak?
did? Okay.
Yeah, leak.
Yeah.
Come on. I definitely know.
No,
them, too.
I can't leak.
Ah,
Wait, can
that's
you
fair.
just,
You said
can you
family
just
friend.
send, can you send it over text and just I'll react facially only? I will not say anything.
Ooh,
Yeah.
pause.
I gotta
guys
remember
text?
what her.
This is
name
better than cutting it.
honestly.
This is better than cutting it.
Yeah, yeah. We're not gonna cut. It's gonna be authentic.
I'm
am
gonna
like
have to figure this out.
genuinely-
Actually,
Oh, I was
that's
hoping you just
fine.
had it off the
You
dome.
can figure it out. We can ask some
No.
questions while you look it up.
No,
I
no.
yeah, go ahead.
So, we'll want to do some questions while
you can
Hamsy's
you can
figuring
pick.
things out.
You can pick.
Yeah,
go
Yeah,
we can.
I
all
have
just
one
sort
that
of take
I-
turns. But yeah, Kunix,
Okay.
set
I
it
would
off.
say I have one that I wanted to grab from
Yeah, pull it up.
PSAGs, which I kind of already know some of the secret sauce with like your streaming setup and everything, like your crazy bot and all your like channel point redeems. But PSAGs asked, care to share the secret sauce / methods to doing all your stream effects? Love the energy and creativity.
Yeah, youtube.com/nutty. He makes YouTube videos on how to do a bunch of stream effects stuff, and I copied a lot of stuff from him. Just watch his stuff. It's better than anything I can say. Go watch his YouTube
Oh,
channel.
I know this guy.
Yeah,
know this
he's
guy.
got very good guides. He's a little bit. He's a little bit.
I
hit
know
or
him,
miss.
yeah.
Like yeah, there's stuff there that's like legit valuable and also very accessible. Like I have one redeem on my channel. It's like you can take a picture of the live stream. Like it'll just take a
Yeah.
picture of my
And
camera
it puts it in your
upload to
Discord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
I got that
awesome.
from one of his videos. As for the bot, that I coded myself, but there's resources for everything out there now. So if you want to do stuff like what I do on my stream, download something called StreamerBot. It does everything I do, but without having to code at all. That's the MVP there. And then the YouTube channel Nutty is extremely good if you want to do any sort of stream effect. And it doesn't have to be crazy. It can be super simple. Like I have the effect that just zooms in. The more people use the reward, the more it zooms in on my camera. Super simple. Something like that. That's the secret sauce. YouTube tutorials are your friend. That's how you figure everything out in life these days.
Do you ever get annoyed by some of those? Like, are there ever days where you're like, God, I wish I didn't have all this extra stuff? Or
I have been trimming it down slowly over time because when I had a less active chat, it was way more fun. And the more people I've had chatting and the more people I've had getting channel points, the more annoying and just interrupting it's gotten, where it's like I can't talk anymore. Like people are doing things too much. So I've actually started cutting things back. And I think at first it annoys people, and then they're like, no, this is fine. Like they either forget about it or they're like, this is good. So yeah, it definitely gets annoying, but if you're like a new streamer or you want to like liven your chat up, doing something like that, I think it's good. Like it got people talking in my chat when I had like 9 viewers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
True.
like do something to spice it up, and then
Like you
can
don't get
always
tired of having to
change.
be like, "Oh, earthquake."
Oh, I
I love the
fucking,
earthquake.
I fucking love the earthquake. Man.
It's so
That's
the
fun,
earthquake
dude.
is
far.
so
That is the
much
best
fun.
one.
I love the earthquake. I will never get
Fucking
tired of the
earthquake.
earthquake. The ones I got tired of are gone by now. If there's any ones that are still up right now, like they're ones I like, or ones that require like no effort on my part. Those
What was the
those are
worst
ones I
one?
leave up. What was the worst one? There was one where it would like put all these like numbers floating around on the screen, and it would like put like the movie like black bars on top and bottom, and like be slowly zooming into my face. And then Brian, like the text to speech, would randomly say something insulting to me, and it would take like it was like a 10-second full cinematic sequence that would happen. And it got so annoying because people figured out how to time it when anything interesting was going to happen on stream.
Oh man.
I do.
And
I don't want to interject too much, but I don't have anything crazy like you do. I just have sound redeems. But like, oh my god, what kills me the most about mine is when I'm having like a meltdown. Like I'm like, everyone always mentions like solo cocks. Like I'll be like mid ohm and I'll be like dying head phase, like not sipping brew, and everyone and their mom just wants to redeem a fucking sound, and I'm like, why? And it's people that don't watch. It's like people that are lurking that hate me, and they redeem them when I'm like obviously frustrated, and I'm like, ooh. But yeah, I relate.
Twitch chat has no chill, man.
No,
That's
dude.
like
No.
that's what you
If they,
gotta
they're
I'm
like
the
sharks.
monkey in
They
the
smell
cage.
blood in the water, bro. They're like,
They
oh, I'm gonna
love it,
fucking get
dude.
this guy.
They love
Yeah.
it, man.
Yeah,
Dude, I was
it gets
watching
messy.
Beggar, and he's taught one chatter, some oversharing chatter, as we all know, comes in and starts talking about how their friend just got murdered, and Beggar's sitting there like, oh man, that's like really, I'm sad. And then everyone just starts launching all the sound effects, like fucking Sea
Okay, I'm
Shanty
sorry.
2 trap remix is playing, and he's
No, dude.
just sitting there like.
I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah, I want to
I
I want to
have a clip of
segue.
it. I'll send you guys. It's fucking
Yes, I'd be down to
amazing,
put it in
honestly.
here too, maybe. But yeah, there was I did viewer interviews during my subathon, and I had someone that came on and told like a really wholesome story. And like a lot of people were chatting and watching during that, but there was just like a group of people. Like I have this cricket sound alert where it's like nobody's listening, And while he was talking, thankfully he didn't like have the chat open or didn't hear about it. But like there were just people spamming the crickets thing, and I was like, you guys are not fucking funny. Like it was actually hateful. I was a little upset, but it was all good. But yeah, it's just like you're right. They smell that blood and they roll with it because it's funny sometimes.
if
Yeah.
you
I
give
don't
Twitch
know.
chat nothing, or if you give them a bunch of things to play with, either way, they'll find a way to be dicks about it. Like honestly,
They'll
It's
find a way
just
to ruin it.
They also want to get the most out of their channel points, I mean,
Yeah.
people really value their channel points. Like it's not
They
like a
do.
joke.
Yeah.
Like they see those as like hard-earned points, Like
Yeah.
I have my full beekeeper redeem, where like I'll throw on the beekeeper outfit for the whole stream, and like I always know when it's coming because someone will ask me like, "Yo, is this gonna be a long stream or is this gonna be like a 4-hour, thing?" And I just know why they're at. So I can't tell. So like I feel like I've got to this point like where if I plan like I have a full day off and I'm like I'm gonna stream from fucking 2 p.m. till the morning. I can't say it. I have to just like let it happen because if I announce it in my Discord that like, "Yo, I'm doing a 12-hour stream tonight just because I feel like it and I have the time," someone's coming in with this is what I'm going to use the beekeeper on. Like,
That is true.
Yeah, that's why all my redeems are fucking zero effort. Just gotta like take spark every once in a while. It's sweet.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
just
but it's
going
good
back
content.
to like idle, like your like that type of creativity is what really drew me to your stream. Like the first time like I came around and saw that there are 2 streamers in the section who like that kind of stuff, that type of stream content really stood out to me. It was you, and before that it was Swang KBK. he used to put a lot of effort, I remember, into doing like green screen effects and
Oh
doing
my god.
crazy wild shit. And I haven't
Techno
seen.
swing.
Yeah, and techno
the
swing,
funniest
dude.
shit ever.
He put up like a green screen of him and like a techno thing. He gets up, throws
Yeah.
his like literally throws his chair aside and just fucking does like the techno song. It was like incredible. I loved that type of just stream energy because that's not something you find in most places. And feel idle, you also have like a version of that going on for you because every time somebody subs or does something, you get up and do your fucking like I don't even know
Yeah.
what dance that is.
I
It's just like,
I just stopped doing that. Well,
Oh, really?
I stopped doing that for tier 1 subs. I still
okay.
do it for gifted for 5 gifted and for tier 2 and tier 3.
Mm.
Because it got to be too much. Like it literally like again, it's the kind of thing where it's like it was interrupting all the time. But like that was also a thing I was doing from like the first month of my stream. Like that
Yeah.
was like it was another thing I was doing just to get like the one chatter I had interested.
yeah.
And like that's where like the creativity or the dumb ideas really came from. I was like, I'm just trying to get like the few people who are in here just like
Excited.
Yeah.
just like talking about anything. Talk about anything. Because my brain doesn't just fucking play RuneScape and chill with it. Like it needs people in the chat, or else I will be sad and lonely and afraid. And so like that's why I did all that. But it's like, yeah,
and that's a
Swang
good thing
Swang
that
is
you
great,
got
by
to
the
that
way.
point.
Hey, swing's awesome.
That's a good thing because, like,
Yeah.
you know, you have those like kind of disruptive things that you do to kind of entertain the stream, and then you kind of outgrow the point where that becomes feasible to do every 5 minutes. You know, if you're only getting like
Yep.
2 or 3 resubs a stream, you know, it's not a big deal. But like, you know, once you get to that point where it's happening like every second, you know, kind of loses like how special it is.
I think you
Yeah.
get to that point for sure. And I was going back to what Idle said is like good advice for someone starting streaming. That's another good advice is adding something because I streamed before channel points existed. And the funny part is I went through like a whole process to set up. If you've been in my stream, you know the gambling command where you can gamble your commissary. That was the first thing I put in my stream. And it definitely helped keep people around. And there was no cooldown on it. So it looked like people were just fucking sending the shit out of those commands the entire stream. And yeah, eventually got to the point where once I had like, you know, a few viewers that I put like a cooldown on it so people couldn't just spam it the entire time. I could actually like read what people were saying. But having just anything like that to keep some people around, keep them busy, because it's going to be tough when you only have a few people.
Yeah, just something like
Yeah.
like the gambling command. It's like it's just something you can like comment on. There's like you see someone gamble and they won or they lost everything, and it's like it's not actually anything of like substance really, but it's something for you to comment on or to spark a discussion about. Because the hardest thing when you're streaming to no one, which apparently we've all done. I thought I was like in the minority of people who were like, oh, I just cold turkey started streaming. Apparently
Nice.
everyone does that, which is actually a comforting thought.
Yeah.
It's like you just like if you can get one chat message, it's so much better than streaming to
Oh,
no
yeah.
one,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Just one chat message. Oh, the feeling, man.
Dude, I
streamed
had like
literally
my
for a
first
year.
time.
Just throwing it out there.
What'd you say?
Oh, I streamed to nobody for like a year.
Oh yeah.
Just
That's
fucking
amazing.
Literally nobody. 'Cause I didn't
That's
bother-
Look at
crazy,
ya.
dude. That's
lot.
crazy to think that that's out there right now. Because, like, you know, I think all you guys and like especially Whale, like, dude, that you're saying you stream for a full year with no one. Like, I think you're such a
Yep.
good streamer to like think that there's people out there right now streaming to no one that have that kind of potential is kind of crazy. Which is like why I love just going down the category and just seeing who the hell's out there. Like,
Yep.
you never know what kind of fucking gold you're gonna stumble upon, really.
I was gonna say you're really good about that, Hamzy. Like I feel like you raid like out of everyone that I watch and I leave a tab for, you do the best to raid people that I have no clue exist. Like I feel like I mean not like trying to even like I'm shitting on myself on this, but I feel like a lot of us kind of have like a circle of people we all raid, and so it's
I
cool
used
that
to do
you.
that a lot.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
fun to find people, and I'll do that when I can. But yeah, it's cool that you do your best too to scout those kind of people out.
Yeah,
I've,
so it depends
yeah.
on the content too that you're doing.
Yeah.
I've changed it up because I
True.
used to, like Nick said, I was getting to the point where I was just rating the same people. So now what I do is I'll rate one of you guys if there's something funny that like I rated Nick the other day after the XQC with the girl thing because it was a funny like meme, so everybody was spamming about that. But I've been scrolling down to like scrolling down and finding someone, sometimes even just someone who like chats in my stream who just went live or whatever and just sending it to them.
Mhm.
And honestly, that feels better too. Also, I rated Mr. Derm for a while. I was recommended his stream by
Oh,
somebody,
Derm's a beast.
and
Yep.
I
Another
watched him for a
slept on
while, and
streamer.
Yep.
Yeah, I started rating him a few times because I really liked his stream. He's a good streamer.
It also takes a
think-
little bit of effort, you know. You're finishing your stream. You want to get the fuck out and go do something, you know. Like you have like the easy, like, oh, I see one of the homies is live. Let's just send it over there.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
like, you know, like I have like the little animal channels that I raid. Like if I raid one of the animal channels, like they have these like streams that like it's just like shows like I got these otters. It's just like a big like it's like a enclosure of these otters. It's just like a film, like it's just like a camera of these otters. Like if I want to just get the fuck out, I'll just like raid one of those channels if I just like want to get off. But like I don't know, man. When you really like take the time to like spend a couple minutes, you also feel like you're losing viewers. Like when you're thinking about raiding, because like we've always talked about like how like you want to end stream suddenly so that you can raid with like max amount of people because people will like leave once you're finishing.
Yeah.
But like if you
Yeah,
take the
it
time
works.
to like really look and see who you're gonna raid, like it always turns out to be a little bit better.
You got to
Raiding
trick
is
him.
what
You gotta
really
trick him.
brought,
Movies,
like-
though.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to raid someone who like I don't know and ends up being like really freaking bad or something.
There's
Like,
definitely been
happens,
there's
that
definitely been
happens.
misses.
I
here and
feel
there.
like out of everyone, Idol, I love that Idol's concerned because us, I feel like we would just huck into some dumb ass. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean,
had
me,
two
maybe.
experiences. I had two experiences where people were like kind of mad that I rated them, and since then I feel like I've been like, they were really small streamers. Like both were, I think, like under 10 viewers, and both of them were like, "Oh, like I'm so anxious. Like, oh, I wish I didn't get a raid." And since then I've been like, "Oh, okay." So I try to raid people that are like above the like 30 to 40 mark unless I know them personally, like unless they're like someone in our community or a chatter or something. Otherwise I'm like, I'm gonna stick with people that like know how to talk to a group of people because I understand that it can be overwhelming, and I've just
Yeah.
like had negative experiences with it.
That's
I get-
definitely the risk you
Yeah.
run, but then at the
Well-
same
Yeah.
time, you could raid like a whale with 0 viewers, and
Yeah.
you never know
Man.
like who you're discovering. And then I what I
still
love though
traumatized.
is when I raid a random with like 1 or 2 viewers, and then my regulars come back the next day, and they'll be like, "Dude, that person you raided last night was so sick. Like we love that." Like that really makes me like put a little bit more thought into my raids and see. you
That
know,
has to be
That's
upsetting
true.
though, because it might be a bad take, but those people don't need to be a streamer. They really don't. If
Yeah.
they
they're
don't.
like,
yeah.
if you're gonna
It
like,
just
'cause-
made me feel so bad. It's like I just haven't really like branched out too much since
Yeah.
then.
Because
What's
I
crazy-
definitely, I was just gonna say it recently. Like I'm not like recently, but there was a point where I like when I was getting raids, and I've talked to Nick about this too. Like where you get like a big raid spot and you like relax. You're like, oh, okay, I don't have to be as entertaining. But really, you should fucking amp it up 2 more fucking levels. when you get
True.
that raid. You should
Mhm.
fucking.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should fucking
raids
do
make me
that.
nervous.
You should fucking
Yeah.
juice that shit and you should send it because I've been doing that. Like someone raised me, I get fucking just go fucking insane. You know, like
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Amp
the
it up,
size
you know?
either.
Bro,
Yeah.
cop the
So-
Tasty Life raid today. I was just like just like running my mouth until it fucking would not
Yeah.
stop, just
Yeah,
to keep
dude.
fucking as many
Yeah.
people as we could.
yeah, fucking send it.
I was gonna say, like, what's cool about that is like the more you get raids like that, like I definitely like give credit to Tasty for this, but like when Tasty first raided me, I was probably in those people's shoes. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm scared, I'm nervous, but also I was excited and happy and I was juiced. But like now like Tasty could raid me with fucking 700 people and I just get more excited. I don't get nervous anymore. I'm just like all these new faces, new people, like
Yeah.
it's
It's
like
okay
an
to be nervous.
opportunity.
It's
Rather
okay to be
like go
nervous
for
and to
it.
be
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's okay to be nervous and be a little shy, but don't vocalize it. That's not.
Yeah,
not
don't be
what
like,
you
oh
do.
my
don't
god, I wish I was
vocalize.
at
Also-
raid.
Yeah.
There's so many people here. Oh
Also-
my god.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the regular viewers, like the absolute homies who like once you get a big raid, they do that big like channel point redeem. That's just like one of those like big content channel redeems.
Yeah.
100%.
They just immediately
Bro.
make it funny.
Dude, I think raids are raids are the way that I was integrated into the community, right? Like that's just like as a small streamer, have like 2 to 3 viewers or
I wouldn't be
5
sitting
viewers,
here
less
right
than 10
now.
viewers. You you're like, okay, like I'm gonna go out to people who are my size, raid them, raid back. It's like that's how I slowly built up like my connections as a streamer. Because as I said, as Idol, I came into Twitch with no knowledge of anything. I hit the go live button. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. Like this is kind of fun. And as over time, as I slowly got integrated into people's communities through raids, people raided me, I raided them, we became friends, and we sort of moved up. Like we are here now, and like look at us. Like we're
Yeah.
in space where we.
I would have gave up, man. It was a second hand Oda block raid from some other staking streamer that finally got me past the 10 viewer threshold where like Keneeks was talking about going to Chipotle and feeling like the shit. Like I finally had a few people stick around from that. They're like, oh, this guy he's covered in oil. Like, you know, we'll fucking watch it and see what happens. It's shout out to Ray.
Do you think if you were to bring back that style of streaming, Joe, it would do you better now or no? Like you couldn't do what you did back then?
What
No.
style?
Like the way you acted?
Well, a lot of things I was saying were probably TOS. The way I was acting, a lot of things I probably did were probably TOS. So probably not. Some of my earlier streams, I was pretty unhinged, and I don't think I think the internet's past that kind of that point fully now. Like it probably was then, but just not like now. It's I think I don't know. I don't think that style is.
You think
I
it's
don't know.
cringe?
I don't know. XQC, he's pretty unhinged. Like there's some streamers who are pretty unhinged and do some crazy shit.
You gotta
so.
you gotta drop some of that in there, bro. It's just gotta
Maybe.
I'm telling you.
You have to the appropriate amount is definitely. If you definitely want some demon time, you want some spicy takes.
Just
here and
don't
there,
go too far and don't get banned like me. Okay, I've made mistakes. Don't be like me.
Yeah.
Oh no, put the feet right up there.
Yeah. Tell them feet up. Fuck it. Yeah.
Man. All right, you got any more coming?
I wanted
from
to
the
read one from
tweets?
Miss Womanity. Shout out to her. She's a legend. She says, "Are you tired? Did you have to stay up late for this podcast? Poor Sweepy streamer."
Listen,
I love her.
the second she asked that, I screenshotted it and I sent it her in a DM, and I said question mark. Oh no, I sent it in my Discord, and I just said question mark. And I was like, I'm a big boy. I don't get tired. But fuck, she was right. I am sleepy. I am a sleepy boy. Like I could stay up. I could stay up for like another for a while longer. But honestly, if you guys hung up right now, I would go on that chair, and I would go to sleep, and I would be a very sleepy boy. Okay, and I would be very happy with how sleepy I am. Okay.
Hey, I get
Like,
tired during this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's-
it's usually the 2 hour mark. We're all like, yeah, we're feeling it for sure.
Wait, real shout out with Manatee though. She's actually like one of it's weird to call her an OG because she's actually like newer by how old my stream is. But like she's there like every day and she's like just a legend. She's very supportive. So shout out with Manatee. She's awesome.
Right.
IQ chatter.
Love her,
Loves typing
yeah.
emotes and
Yep.
stuff.
Awesome.
The
Very
best ever.
active. We'll always give you something to talk about. The best, truly the best kind of chatter.
The best chatter doesn't say anything actually. Just 0 messages. 12-month sub.
Tier 3.
Well,
I have a
Tier
guy.
three.
I have a guy who has subbed to my live stream for 29 months and he's chatted maybe a line. And then finally, I think it was Gonad said he's like, that guy's a fucking bot. Like it's a bot. It's something. And the guy just said, no, I'm not. That's his last chat message. That's all he's fucking said. Base as fuck.
That's
Big
the best
Brain
chatter.
Ethan. Shout out to Big Brain Ethan. 29 months
Shout
subscribed to a
out.
live stream, has never said a fucking word.
God damn.
What?
Pretty cool.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
And I
That
hope
makes me
he
wonder.
never does.
Yeah. Now
I
he
was
can't.
like a friend
Bro.
from like back when I used to like, still play a main and stuff, and he has like almost a year on just about anybody else in my chat. Like I'm pretty sure he's like pushing 40 months right now, and he pops in like twice a year.
That's
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Man.
Yeah, do y'all ever
Also-
think about that? Like how many people you have that have just like reoccurred? Like I did that to Mr. Mammal for 2 years while I was in school, like tech school in Arizona, like didn't watch Twitch. Came back and I started streaming and I was like, oh, I've been sub to Mammal for 2 years. Like what the fuck? Does that ever happen to y'all ever or no?
No.
Yeah, I was always just too scared to cancel my subs.
The only one I
Yeah.
won't cancel is Fatty Steve. Even he's been streaming lately, but I never canceled. He's the only one I've never canceled.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
some
cancel
that you
my
get
subs.
attached to that you're like, oh, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some are
that's what it
special.
is. Yeah.
That's me with a few, for sure.
That's me with my Zoe sub. I'm hoping she'll notice me one day. I DM her every single
I actually was
day,
thinking about
but,
that today. You resubbed in my stream, and I was like, "You've been subbed to me since literally day
I,
one."
I have had a sub to
He's been
you
waiting for you to
since
say this.
since we became like actual friends, and I just keep forgetting to
Yeah.
cancel it. But you know, since we're on the subject right now, let me just
Yeah,
pull
go
this
ahead.
up.
Just know that I had a
Oh,
long
shit.
think about this today. I really did. I was like,
I'm
Hey, man,
glad
if you
I'm in your
cancel,
head.
I
That's
got
the only
you.
reason I
Man.
haven't canceled it. I just want to be like the
"No,
last
you're
thing you
fully
think
in
of,
my
you know?
head."
But like,
no, I think about you all the time.
good, as you should.
I
I
will.
just
No.
checked this out, and Qneeks, you're actually my 5th person that I've been subbed to the longest.
Really?
Wow.
Dude, I appreciate literally every time you come in, I'm so thankful. Like, I don't know, dude. I appreciate
Cam's been
that.
subbed to me for a while too. He's a reoccurring guy. I haven't canceled his because he hasn't canceled. It's the day he cancels his for me, I'm canceling mine for him.
Oh, yeah. Is that the only reason?
I just try to farm the gifted right
We're
now,
losing
Hamzy.
money,
I'm not
Hamzy,
big
actually.
balling.
Like, you're only getting half, and I'm
Bro,
like, we
let's
might as
just
well if
Venmo
we-
each other
if we-
$5 a month and call it a day, dude.
Yeah,
Honestly,
if
yeah.
we both cancel, we'll make more.
I have subscribed to none of y'all. I just farm gifted. It's the fucking move, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty much
I'm
what
waiting
It
for
is
my- I'm
smart,
waiting
and
for
I
my
don't-
visit
yeah.
this month.
I don't blame anyone for farming gifted ever. Like, I totally
Yeah,
get
I
it.
mean, it is how it is.
For a while, I felt bad about it, and then there came a point when I saw like streamers who are like way more successful than me doing. I was like, oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit too. These fucking guys are doing it. What the fuck?
If Tasty Life can farm a gifted, I can farm a gifted,
Exactly.
motherfucker. Tell you that.
Yeah.
I feel weird
But it
about
also
like
helps
like
the streamer, you know?
going out to like everybody. Like I if I had the opportunity, I would love to sub to everybody for like as long as I could, right? But like financially, that might not be feasible or make sense for everything. Because then you'd
No.
be down like $100 every single month for like. But then you're like, oh, but then I don't want to not sub to this guy. So you're just like, all right, I have a Prime sub. I'm gonna chuck it out to every month to somebody who fucking deserves it.
I was about to say I sprinkle my Prime on like the homies because I'm
Yep.
like, well, at least I got the primer.
Yeah.
Like I think I gave mine to you this time.
Yeah,
month
yeah, I
on
got the
Noble.
Qnix Prime this month. Hell yeah.
I'm as
Yeah.
Destructo
I've
has
given
mine
Hamzy it a lot.
this month.
Oh my. Yeah.
You know,
Does everyone have?
I got like 20 gifted right now.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh my gosh. He's a goat at farming.
Yeah, I told her, you go in, you say, "Hey, look, I have a check mark," and then you get fucking gifted. It's sweet.
It
I
takes
have
2
18
seconds.
right
You're like,
now.
I'm once again asking for a gifted sub, and it's just like that in my chat, at least for some people.
Dude, I love Jake C has the best emote. He'll just drop the 2 pug pleases on the both side and be like dancing for gifted.
And it probably works.
Yeah.
The best part about it is when we go into the homies channels, like each of ours, like I literally, we just say a word and there's no sub badge. Like within 2 messages, somebody's definitely like just dropping a gifted on one of us. It's just
It's
so,
amazing, yeah.
it's awesome. And I appreciate it so much because like I mean, it's just like they're like, oh, I want to support my streamer, my favorite streamer, and I can do it by giving a friend a gifted sub. It's like, ooh, sorry, absolutely love it. Shout out to all those people. Shout out gifted subbers and
Yeah,
subbers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
100%.
Nah, just gifted subbers.
Okay,
Fuck the subbers.
just
We already
gifted.
got their money.
Yeah, they're not.
Whoa,
already locked
the
in.
real side of Idol.
Can I throw out a question from Nine Rain?
Yeah, do it.
Ugh, just don't.
I was.
I don't even know what I actually I didn't read a lot of the questions just because I wanted to like blind react,
value.
but
That's the best way to do it, yeah.
I just already know this is not worth it. But go ahead.
No, I think this is decent. I mean, it's got a couple likes. If you could make content, he has 2 questions. If you could make content for any other game, what would it be? And then 2, when are we hopping in Discord to record it?
Wow, that's funny because my first thought when the first question came up was to say whatever game he's playing. So that plays really well with the with his second question. Honestly, I just don't fucking play any other video game. So if there's I just play RuneScape, man. Like it's an issue. People will like come on stream and they'll be like, "Dude, you excited for Elden Ring?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm going to play RuneScape." Honestly, any other game I'd want to make content for is just to play other games and somehow make content out of that. Like just to play another game. But I don't think I'm ever going to be a single player game guy. So any multiplayer game. This is not a D's nuts thing, but I've heard Sea of Thieves is good. Zoe, you have a question?
Yeah, I have a question. Do you have a VR headset?
I do.
Okay, because Nine Rain and I were talking about doing VR chat. So if you wanted to join, I think that'd be really fun.
That'd be good, yes.
I'm
VR
scared.
Yes.
I'm scared of VR chat, but I'll do it with you guys. I'll hold your
Innocent
hands.
Idol with
Also,
Zoe and Nine
I'll
Rain.
just hold.
Oh,
I'll just
man.
hold you guys' hands. I'll be short, just so you guys can picture me how like I actually am,
Perfect.
and it'll be good. No,
It's a
I just
plan.
I would love to branch out. Honestly, I I just need to figure out what the fuck I'm branching out to. Seth, do you have a question?
I do have a question. Well, I have a question / suggestion. I also think another good idea for you and for definitely Nine Rain would be if he got on a GTA role playing server, he would fucking destroy. He would be.
I think
I want to
so.
play
good on
GTA
there.
really
Dude,
bad.
he
You
would
can
go in
bring
on
me
that.
into that too as well. I feel like I could do well on that as well.
Bro, fuck it. Let's just
I
all of
think
us
we all-
start a GTA
Can we make our
roleplay.
own server?
Yeah, why don't we just fucking do
Why
that?
don't we?
Yeah, wait, that's actually a great idea. Because the thing about good streamers is they're almost all good improvisers. Like, if you're a good streamer, you're probably a good improviser because
Yeah.
you have to make something out of nothing eventually at some point.
Yeah.
Like, and that's all GTA role playing is.
Yeah.
So if we just if we just got like a RuneScape creators GTA server going, like that could like actually pop off.
That sounds fucking
could
dope.
be-
Like
yeah.
legitimately.
Pause.
Could be the base server that other people are
It's
allowed
been,
on.
it's been something I wrote down actually. It's been going back to writing shit down. I did write.
Put that in there. We should
Thank you,
spend.
yeah.
We should find a weekend
put
where
that.
everyone's available, and we should just fucking dive in and see how it turns
Yeah.
out for a weekend. And
Yeah.
That'd be
T Pop
fun.
has been scheming on getting out of RuneScape completely and becoming a GTA streamer for like a year, bro. He talks about it
He
all the
wants
time.
out.
Yeah,
he
bro.
wants out.
He's like, dude, that would be awesome.
A lot of RuneScape creators, like almost like I'm almost tempted to say like every RuneScape creator who gets like pretty successful, and this maybe goes more for YouTube than for streaming because RuneScape just goes more into streaming. I feel like just the way you play it than YouTube, but they all want to branch out. And like I feel like it almost always turns into like I want to branch out completely at least at some point. Like it's like the decision to get bangs. It's like at some point you're just like I'm gonna do it. I gotta change it up. I'm gonna do a Sea of Thieves. Sorry, Zoe. I'm gonna do a Sea of Thieves video right now.
Growing a mustache.
No, like,
yeah, sorry. Yeah.
don't
I didn't
think
say
you're wrong.
the bangs.
Good
The
take.
bangs. thing.
Do you ever feel like certain RuneScape creators are held back by the fact that they only play RuneScape? Like that you could see them flourishing in a different community, or just instant death if they leave RuneScape?
I like the law ones.
I do.
can't flourish, like do flourish when they branch out.
I'll say I'll be confident to say myself. I feel like there's other avenues of Twitch I do better in if I could send streaming full time for myself. I just feel that way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I suck, but I'm
No,
No, I
confident
think
in
you're
saying
right.
think
Dude.
myself.
true.
Your
You
real
do a very
life,
good
the
job.
fact that your real life streams pop off, like, is
Yeah.
just evidence to that fact. Like, I think you're
Oh,
right, and I
yeah.
think RuneScape also just has a ceiling on it. Like, it just
Yeah.
does. Like,
Yeah.
none of us here, respectfully, are probably ever gonna breach like the Bodhi layer, and like Bodhi's like truly the only real mainstream streamer there is. Like, Foe's big. Like we got like some big streamers, but Bodhi's on that echelon.
Bodhi could hang
Jordan.
out with Mizkif if he wanted.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Bodhi could go
exactly.
he could hang out with like anyone.
He's Jordan.
And like
He's-
look
he
at
can
some
hang
of
out
the
with
biggest-
He's my
Some of the
guy.
biggest
But he's
does.
hanging out with us, baby, us.
Yeah,
The real upper echelon.
True.
Oh, you're
No,
right.
but yeah, there is definitely somewhat of a ceiling just because of how many you go on Twitch right now and see how many people are watching the old school RuneScape section. It's just like a much lower thing.
can
But I
tell
don't
you-
know. I feel like it does still like prepare people for
But it-
other kind of.
I mean, it
streaming.
It depends how you translate
There's-
out of it, right? Because like there are a lot of people like RuneScape in this particular game. People might be good at streaming it, have a personality, but I see like why did certain people like Ice Poseidon get out of RuneScape? Like RuneScape wasn't even his biggest thing. It was just like his degeneracy, and that whole thing is like what that personality is what blew up and that side of things.
Yeah.
Like
It's people like Oda.
Oda, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People who have like
translates, right.
those side of things.
They're
Yeah,
there
well,
for this. They're way there for the streamer more than the RuneScape. Like Ice,
Yeah,
Ice couldn't. He didn't need to
definitely.
play RuneScape.
Yeah.
Because
I used to
like
fuck
I was
with Rock Patel.
yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he's definitely a good. The Austin show is one of the biggest.
Cipher PK.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
guys know who
dude.
Cipher PK is, that guy's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
PK in his name.
There is definitely a cap though, because I was looking at it the other day. Like, just for example, this is I think it was like 3 a.m. It was 200,000 people watching just chatting. There was 8,000 people watching old school RuneScape.
and
so,
they're basically the same thing.
and that's what I'm saying is that's why I feel like at least for me, RuneScape translates decent into like just chatting IRL type stuff, because a lot of times you're sitting there and you're commentating the whole time, talking, interacting. It's got a lot of similar stuff. It's just you're not playing the click tick manipulation game. But I think we could definitely get out of it. There's a lot of people who could.
I think in this group in general, just based as a group, there are so many people who work well together, mesh together. So like even if you took us and put us in the just chatting section, like just today, like all right, let's just not play RuneScape or chill there, just talk about some dumb shit going on. I feel like that would be, just a gateway into the other side.
Yeah,
And
but
I also. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I also don't think like, yeah, it's probably stopping you from hitting like absolutely bonkers numbers, but at the same time, I don't think if you're like not a good RuneScape streamer, you're not gonna magically become a good something else streamer. Like it's not holding
Yeah.
anyone back in that way.
Yeah.
I think it's holding people back from hitting like another level of like already being like a good streamer, but it's like it's not going to turn you into a good streamer if you just go stream like
No.
Stardew Valley or something, like
Yeah,
No,
and
no,
I-
this definitely applies more to the people that are like at the top of the category, like branching out to other stuff. Like they
Yeah,
hit
when
a
you
certain
when you
ceiling.
reach that 2K viewer, but I also think a lot of it is just like the certain way content creation is now too. Like you could be the greatest streamer ever and you'll just never get exposure because you don't know how to brand yourself or market yourself correctly, which kind of
Network,
sucks because there's
all
probably a
that
lot
sort
of
of
people
stuff.
out there that are like absolute gems. Like I feel like a lot of us too could be a lot bigger than we are. It's just such a harder scene to be in now versus when like Austin blew up or Ice. Like the RuneScape category was like the World of Warcraft category 5-6 years ago, probably, like just way bigger.
Yeah, I was gonna say it goes back to the cap because a lot of the big dogs in the section, they're not going anywhere, and those people are always, for the most part, are always going to be watching them. And I don't think I'll ever stop playing RuneScape. I love RuneScape, and I think I'll always continue to stream it. But I think branching out's good. This podcast itself is definitely a form of that. I mean, we talked about RuneScape and allude to it, but it's not really the centerfold of the podcast. It's more of just a podcast where we talk about stories, just kind of a DGen podcast for the most part. Like it's we have a lot of people who've come into our chats who don't know what RuneScape is. People don't even have Twitch downloaded, and they're like, love the podcast, and they follow. They don't really fucking say anything else, but and some people do. They stay around. Like I've talked to Nick about it. There's been people come from the podcast who become kind of regular chatters in the stream.
So we got a little like chat, like just like a group message for our Based After Dark. Where we just like post a lot of screenshots of first time message or first time chatter. It's like, hey, loved you guys on the podcast, and it's just like
it's really cool to see.
there's so many of it. It just feels so fucking awesome to be like, all right, you can grow your channel in this way, like grow outside of something, grow outside with something that is completely not RuneScape related. Like this is just a bunch of homies chilling here, chatting, and the fact that people watch this, enjoy it, and be like, hey, maybe I'm gonna check out these people and check out their streams, check out their content.
So I think it's good. You can love RuneScape or hate it and still enjoy the podcast. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening if you do.
Yeah.
True.
And before we move on to the next question side of things, I do want to say, but going back to turning back to Nine Rain's question, talking about content for other games, Idle, you are very diverse in the type of content that you make for just like RuneScape, because you've done like the snail man mode, like the unchunk stuff. You do like music. You make like music and stuff. You have a UIM. You have like a wheel Iron Man spinning thing. Like, dude, you have like so many avenues of content just within this section.
Well, someone once told me, and they weren't asking me, they told me, and it was so true. It was like someone discovered this about me. They're like, you will do anything to not play this video game. And I was like, that is so true. And like, cause like the Unchunked Man was the first thing that ever blew up on my YouTube channel. Like it got me to 1,000 subscribers right off the bat. And that was a joke because on stream I made a joke that anyone who puts one Chunk Man in a YouTube video, that video will instantly get 10,000 views. I was like, that is a fact. So I made a video that was a joke where you lose chunks with more account progress. And I called it a reverse One Chunk Man, just so I could have One Chunk Man in the title. That shit got to like 30,000 views. And I'm convinced it's just because it had that in the title. So that was a joke that I didn't need to keep doing. Snail Man, same thing, was kind of a joke. Like I didn't want it to be anything. I just made a 9-minute video that I uploaded while I was in Ireland. And I accidentally uploaded it at midnight in Eastern time. So it was like terrible timing. And then that just freaking blew up. That was a mess. I also scheduled the tweet for an hour before it went live, so it was private when I tweeted about it. It was a whole fucking mess. And I was asleep. And that was just like a nightmare. And that wasn't the only time I've done that. Like all these things are just like, I have dumb ideas and I make them. And I am like legit allergic to progress series on YouTube. I don't like watching them. I don't like making them. I don't want to be a progress series guy. So that's why I have the diversity. It's because I keep trying to figure out something else to do. Because by the time I've made two or three videos out of one idea, I am bored of that idea and I want to do something different. And
And I
was
love that.
actually going to ask you, like, playing off that, like, do you ever get the urge to, like, when you're constantly doing all these new ideas and creating new accounts with different builds and whatever, like, do you ever just be like, I wish I could just go do like end game content, like Tob, Inferno, like
Nah.
Max Gear? You don't ever
Nah, I'm
have
good.
the like urge to do that kind of stuff?
Luckily, because I have an Iron Man from when I actually just like played RuneScape to play RuneScape, that's like, it's good enough. It's not a good account. It's just good enough. Like it has some basic stuff. Like I was able to do TOA very, very easily on release. Like I'm able to do a lot of this stuff on release. I won't be able to grind it out to like be a first to complete like an expert mode or be like a first to get a purple or anything like that. I mean, although people did get entry mode purples the first second with TOA. I have an account where it's like I can do the things I want to do on it. So that kind of scratches that itch for me. And it kind of just lets me do whatever else I want on the content side. But I also
So do you
view
log into that account like often? Like where, like how often do you hop on there and like I'm gonna go do some PVM?
Never. That account is like that account I use to record B-roll for videos, and if I need to do something when it releases, that is what that account's for. I don't really play RuneScape to play RuneScape anymore. I don't know the last time I played RuneScape for fun.
I was about to ask, like, when you play the game, is it purely out of content's sake now? Like, do you ever like feel like that becomes a burden sometimes to play the game? Like, I was thinking about that. Like, do you ever like log in and you're like, fuck, I have to record a clip if I get this or whatever, and you don't want to? Like, if it's offline or whatever.
That does seem stressful.
Luckily, because I don't do a lot of series, I don't have a lot of things where it's like I need to be recording and I need to have my microphone ready to go.
Okay.
But like I do play it just for content's sake now, mostly. But like I don't. That's not to say I don't enjoy it. I wouldn't play RuneScape if I didn't enjoy it. Like when it's like a common meme to be like, "Oh, fuck RuneScape," am I right? Like we all play it and we hate ourselves. Like I genuinely like playing RuneScape. Like I genuinely have fun playing this game. It's just I have fun making content out of this game. Like that's how I get enjoyment out of it. And that's why it's like that's cool that there's so many snowflakes out there. It's cool that there's so many like amazing PVMers and PvPers. Like this is an MMO. It's like it's not a one way to play kind of game. And it'd be boring as shit if everyone just did PVM. Like it'd be so boring. So that's the way I like to play. I know there's people, no one's gonna play the same way, and it's cool. I like it for that reason.
That's a good
Good
take.
answer.
That's dope. That's a
In terms of the content that you have planned, do you have anything planned with our friend Jepperite?
Yes,
Another
I do.
collab?
have
I know
something
you
planned with
did.
Jeff.
I know you did something. What was it? The like speedrunning world or
Yeah,
what
when
was it that you guys
Speedrunning
did?
World beta came out, I played it for like 5 minutes to record a quick clip out of it. I was gonna originally make a TikTok out of it, and I did such a bad job at Cook's Assistant. I like legit took me 5 minutes to do Cook's Assistant, and like the platinum time was like a minute 50, and I was like, fuck, that sucks so much. So in the video, I put that clip of me sucking, and then I called Jepperite, and I'm like, dude, do you have a second? I want to try Quest Speedrunning Worlds with you. He's like, oh, have you tried it yet? And I'm like, no, I haven't tried it yet. And the whole premise in the beginning of the video is that I wanted to beat someone. I was like, oh, he doesn't know that I've already practiced and I'm going to beat him. Then he kicked my ass, so it kind of sucked.
Excellent video.
Yeah, so we did that. That was like an off-the-cuff video, but I do have another video with Jepperite soon,
Really?
and a couple other people. Yeah, Jepperite.
I'm excited for that. I think you and Jep are like a match made in heaven, honestly, in terms
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
content
Jeff's
creation.
he's one of the nicest dudes out there, and he's got like one of those like dry humors, you know, where it's like he won't
Oh, love
he's
him,
not just
man.
riffing jokes all the time. He'll say one thing, and it will just like I don't know
Is
if
that
he
the
knows
guy I
it's
almost
funny.
accidentally kicked out of our TwitchCon party?
Yeah, because
Yes.
T-Papa didn't recognize him.
Well, no
But,
one
like,
knows.
the-
That was his face reveal, dude. No one's ever
That
seen
was his face
me.
reveal. He
Dude,
never
is he
showed
gonna
his
watch
face
this?
before
I'm
that.
sorry.
When he
bro.
came up to
I'm
me at the
sorry.
party, he tapped me on the shoulder and was like, "Yo, Hamzy," and I heard his voice, and I was like,
Bro,
"Dude, are
listen.
you Jepperite?"
Hear me out. And also, Jepperite, if you're listening, hear me out. T-Papa came up to me, pointed at you, and said, no one knows who the fuck that guy is. He's like,
Not T Papa from YouTube.
Worst
No.
face reveal ever,
T-Papa
dude.
came up and was like, no one knows who the fuck that guy is. We need to get him out of here. And I was
No.
like, all right. And we have to leave these like He's like, and then like Hamzy, like I was like he was about to leave, and then Hamzy like came. He's like, no, it's my boy. I know him. And I was like, oh,
Bro.
fuck.
Hamzy literally saved him.
Chipperite, dude. That is the future,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
Dude,
I-
Well,
so
Jeff
I
Ryan,
was the person I've
I'm-
ever been starstruck by. I
I'm-
felt so uncomfortable.
I'm deeply sorry, Mr. Jeff Wright, if you're listening. I apologize.
I was with him when you were kicking him out, and I was like, no, he's cool. And you're like, dude, I'm sorry, like no one knows him. And I was like, okay, I have to run and find Hamzy because he's the one who can save the situation. So I was like, I get it, like, because I also had just met Jeopardy, like I knew him, but I just met him in person. And I was
Bro.
like, I have to find Hamzy. So I see Hamzy.
Yeah.
I like sprint across the room, and like it's crowded in there. And I'm like, Hamzy, go get Jeopardy.
That was
And I
the
don't even
thing,
know if
man.
I
It was so
explained.
crowded. And God, that was such a the
Yeah.
first 2 hours of that party were so stressful for me. I don't know why. I mean, it worked out well.
I'm
Nothing
not gonna
bad
put
happened
words
to
in his
anybody.
mouth, but he did not take it badly at all. Like
No, he was cool with it. He understood.
Like he was not bitter or anything. He was like,
well, good.
that's why
You
he
don't
was
know
so,
who
like,
I am? I am Jeoparite, and you are kicking me out of the party?
It wasn't even a who knows who thing. It was a like we don't want too many people here, and if you're not someone who like everybody like invited, then you probably don't need to be there. You know, because
yeah.
we're worried about the deposit. Okay, that was a $3.9 million home. If people do not know, and when things break in $3.9 million homes, it costs a lot of money. So we did not want to fuck anything up. So that's yeah.
Valid.
So true.
For sure.
It was a wild.
Bro, I feel
fucking
like
week.
we're so like late into this cast that reading some of these questions are really good, but I just feel like a lot of us probably don't have some of the effort to like respond properly.
Well,
but
we can get through some of the shitty
just,
ones
just
here.
to give
What
you an
is-
idea of how deep we are, we're about 240 in.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, is this even a good question? Like, I love Hampshire. What is this question? What is your history with code and development? It's a
man.
job interview?
Yeah, but fuck that.
Yeah, so
Can I get your resume, please?
That's a good question. So yeah, I started off. My history with code development, very simple. Here we go. Ready? I made Minecraft mods. Then I went to school for computer science. Then I worked in software development. Now I make RuneScape mods. So basically, for that degree, I learned everything I needed to learn from Minecraft modding. So that's my background. I made Minecraft mods. And no, I didn't diddle kids. Again, if we can just get that just on the bottom of the
on the screen,
just
You didn't diddle kids today, or you just?
Let it be known.
today, yesterday, tomorrow, all days, never diddled. All right.
Okay.
You were
So
really
proud.
defensive
Is
about
there
this.
anything to this? First off, this person, Miss Bex, is kind of fucked up. It has like 3 well-structured questions, and under that, it's just another reply. It says, "Are you bald?" Like under the 3 questions.
Bexy
Yeah,
is
Bex-
a big
Bex-
idol viewer.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
one
I've,
of my
I've seen her
mods.
in your channel
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, she's one of my mods.
Well, I like this one. Tell us about your favorite hat. Is there something behind that we don't know? Please,
well,
I just saw you look at it. Like,
I do have a-
what are you looking
hold
at? Yeah, go ahead and go grab that. I don't know what it is, but I'm intrigued now.
So this is my favorite hat because I got it as a gift, but I didn't know what it was at first. I didn't get it, and I used it in one of the videos I uploaded. This is the hat, and someone sent the video. Someone sent the video.
I need it.
That is so good.
Someone sent the video to its Will, and he watched it, and he saw the hat, and he said, "Oh, that's the Ludwig hat."
Yep.
And I didn't know what that meant. Turns out this hat is a hat that Ludwig made as like a joke to show that he could like sell like any merch or something, or he could come up with like a merch idea super quickly.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah,
it's a really
this
good
is
video.
that hat. That's where my friend got. It was a Christmas gift that he got for me, and I didn't fucking know what it was. Like I knew it was 0 viewers. I was like, huh, 0 viewers. That's me. But it was, so like it wasn't that funny. Like it hurt, but like, but yeah, this is. So I loved this hat, and then when I heard it will say it's the Ludwig hat, I was like, what are you talking about? What does that
Oh
mean?
man.
Yeah, that's my favorite hat. I have like a bunch of hats, but that's the only one that's not sports related, so it's the best one.
I should another good question here. Which streamer do you spend the most time watching? I think that's a good question.
I think it's a good question. man.
None. No. The streamer I spend the most time watching is probably I lurk the most in Only Trails' live stream. Just because he's live when I wake up, and I really like watching streams when I wake up. He's like the one who got me into like how to like be a better streamer. Like after I had already started streaming, and then the stream I chat the most in is probably the Tedious live stream, which apparently whenever Whale thinks of me, he thinks of Tedious. That was like the first time we ever talked. Whale was just like, oh yeah, Tedious. It's like what he said to me.
I understand that association.
And that's just I talk a lot in Tedious's live stream. Him and I don't know, we're on like the same wavelength. We share a brain cell. It's kind of terrifying. It's probably not constructive for either person, but it's just the way it is, you know?
Well, you said you watch more YouTube than Twitch, right?
Yeah, I watch way more
So like
YouTube.
what's your most YouTube, like whose content on YouTube do you spend the most time watching?
The person I spend the most time watching, probably just over time, I spent the most time watching Hanani videos. She is the single best RuneScape creator in my opinion. Solo Mission manages to do progress style series in a way I don't find absolutely grating, which is huge. And other than that, Nine Rain is great. I shit on Nine Rain all the time, but he actually has like an amazing channel. Jeoparite is Settled's favorite YouTuber, and he's one of my favorite YouTubers. That's very important. Oh, that's a joke, because when I was basically blackout drunk, I was introducing Jeoparite to everyone at the party and saying he's Settled's favorite YouTuber. I said that to literally everyone who I ran into while Jeoparite was within like arm's reach. I'd be like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? Oh, have you met Jeoparite? He's Settled's favorite YouTuber.
You did that to me.
Yeah.
I'm so
Jeff
sorry.
Right from YouTube.
It was great.
Like, that is, oh man. I will never hype myself up. When I'm drunk, I will hype other people up, and like
That's
that
good.
is.
Now you did
I
that.
got you,
That's great. That's a great
in
position,
the upcoming vlogs that will be released on this channel. I have some good drunk idle content.
Dude,
you might not remember it, because I definitely remember. One of my favorites is like I'm filming you and you're like discussing the Snellman mode, and I keep panning to the right to Bodhi, and you're like, no, over here. So, like, I keep like panning to the right on the Bodhi. And I'm like, yeah, but a lot of famous people here, and you're like, no, over here, come back. It's really good.
That is amazing.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
for that.
I remember that by some miracle. I remember that. Yeah, there's too many good. The problem with YouTube is there's like Twitch has this problem, but there's so many YouTube channels. Like it's honestly hard to watch them all. And like sometimes I'll watch a video by someone I really like, or like for the first time, I'll just never see them again. I'll just never watch them again. I'll just forget about them. The algorithm won't hit me with them again.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's probably like, who knows? Maybe my favorite YouTuber is someone I only watched once. Oh, my favorite YouTuber is actually Behemoth OSRS highlights. Shout out the Daily Likers, man. Shout out the Daily Likers. I know it's YouTube. Can we get a bat chest in the comments for the Daily Likers, please? Thank you so much.
Gotcha.
No
You
way.
know what I just realized is kind of nice about Twitch? There's like, on YouTube, you have no excuse not to watch anybody, but on Twitch, you have a perfectly valid excuse to not watch like 3/4 of the community. It's just not your time zone. You just don't watch
the
Twitch
schedule.
then.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's my time zone.
Time zones.
Whereas
Oh,
on
the
YouTube,
reason-
you just don't have that excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's so true.
Oh,
I
I
have a
can't hang
system
out
for
and watch
Twitch.
my friends on base, any of them, because you guys are all in the wrong time zone, man. That sucks. Anyways,
Real, all of them.
You gotta have the system. My system I've made for Twitch is I will watch the stream for like 10 to 20 minutes at a time, and I jump to another stream. I'll watch, say what's up, put my shitty joke in your chat or whatever it may be, ask whatever content you're doing, and maybe you got something, GZ you on something, whatever, and then move on to the next one.
Yep.
And I often think like, I bet these fucking chatters are in multiple of these streams. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just like, what is this guy doing? Like, I always have that. Like, I don't know if they know or not, but it's probably obvious. I did it today. I jumped from Qneeks to Zoe to Ignoble to Hamilton. All in like an hour span, and watched all of you guys for like 15 minutes. And then before the cast, I came in there and put the little clock emoji. And
Yeah, he comes in and puts the gun with the clock.
I put the gun.
It's like 10 minutes. It's like 10 minutes before the cast, and I'm in my second room of TOA. Like,
It's like I'm killing Caffrey, man. 1 second.
That's amazing.
good shit.
Wait, do you guys have any YouTube channels you watch, but like almost like a guilty pleasure, like any YouTube channels where it's like you keep going back to it and you're like, why do I keep watching this?
Still watch
this
PewDiePie videos sometimes.
Yeah, that's a guilty pleasure, man. That's a guilty pleasure.
I
Definitely
think
embarrassed
for,
with that one.
for me, it's a lot of the Jay Aubrey type stuff where they cover like the downfall of X individual that's
I like those
currently
too.
relevant.
Dude, those
Yeah.
videos are like crack though. Like,
But what's crazy to me is he's like, this guy used to pull millions of views. Now he only pulls 100, 200K a month. And I'm like, that is still really good. Like in the space of like what we do. I was like, but it is funny because I mean, it's true. They did fall off, but like, yeah, I love those. Those are very guilty pleasure
They
videos.
slipped. They didn't fall off. They slipped.
I
Yeah,
end up
they
getting
just
into a
slipped.
hole where I'm just like watching reaction videos for like a month. It's just,
Yes, I watch
that shit
XQC react.
sucks.
Yeah.
That's my guilty pleasure. I will occasionally watch a reaction video. Like I've watched Asmongold react to stuff, and like I don't watch Asmongold ever, but I've watched him react to stuff, and I've been like, that video was fine, and then it'll come up in my recommended again. I'll be like, yeah, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna watch this.
React
I'm gonna
is good,
watch
man.
Nice way to
React-
pass the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
React is
Yeah.
good. React is
Yeah,
I
good.
watch a
Some
lot of
6 to 8
like
energy.
commentary YouTubers, like people like Codyco and like Chad and all those. I watch a lot of those, which is like
Yeah,
kind of React Andy, but I think it's a little more thought through. It's like, you know,
Yeah, I agree. That I watch a lot of commentary on YouTube too. That it's like it's commentary with like a little polish on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
not just like Hassan pausing the video every 5 seconds and just
Going on a
saying
tangent.
no,
some
it's like they
shitty,
write
like-
jokes. Like the jokes
Yeah.
are written out beforehand for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I watch a lot of automotive YouTubers because I've always been into cars. And that is something that I really, really like. If these people just have insane budgets where they can just build cool cars, I think one day if I were to ever get to a point in my streaming career to where I could afford to like modify XYZ car, I would love to vlog it and cover it and stream it somehow. Like people love that. There's a niche for sure. Like there's car people that watch me and they talk about cars all the time. And I'm like,
I'm sure it's
if I just
huge.
had the money.
Another one of
Yeah.
mine is definitely fishing YouTubers. There is a band of fishing YouTubers that are huge, like massive. Like there's a group of younger fishing YouTubers who I watched them years ago, and now they're massive. They have their own company too that sells like lures and fishing equipment, and they like bought an entire like compound, like like a Mr. Beast type like compound. Like they're killing it. Like I've watched them too.
To fish?
Fish.
Yeah, I got into the fishing hole for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I think
dude.
it was like a video of a dude
Good.
like fishing in like a Walmart parking lot.
They do all kinds of
got me
crazy
there.
videos of fishing different places, like Google Map challenges, where they just go out and they just like fish in random like ponds and
Ooh.
stuff. They do all kinds of cool stuff.
That makes me think of like, you guys ever watch like I'm trying to think of the word, like primitive style videos
Oh,
where they
yeah,
like
yeah.
cook
Oh,
meat.
yeah.
Those are
They
nice.
cook meat in like the weirdest way or whatever. Oh
Yeah,
my
not
god.
like the dudes like building shit in the fucking clay spots.
Yes.
But,
That shit
like,
is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a dirty pleasure kind of. They're kind of weird
Yeah.
to watch, but
I feel like that's a guilty pleasure because it came out a while ago that like 90% of those videos are faked. And I
Yeah.
was like, dude, do I care? Like, not really.
it looks
Weird,
cool. And they
yeah.
leave
Hey,
that
man.
shit behind too. Like they make the
People-
video and then just
Yeah.
leave all the shit they built behind to just rot and fall apart.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever watch the dudes that like unclog like fucking storm drains and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man,
stuff I
Zoe-
get on
Zoe
like
was-
TikTok, and I didn't even know I wanted to watch it, but then like it'll come up, and I'm like, oh, that's the shit.
Okay,
And now I
I'm
stop.
in.
If I see running water like on a street on a TikTok, I'm like, fuck yeah.
I'm watching.
Yeah. There's a drain under there.
Hell yeah.
That's like Zoe's peely porn or whatever you were talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
right?
peely porn. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But there's like a
That's-
whole section of oddly satisfying videos where they just take the like plastic wrap off of like new electronics.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
I didn't know that
Oh,
was a
good.
subcategory, but I love that shit. Like,
It's so
sounds nice.
good.
Peeling the
shit.
thing off a screen, a brand new screen.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
God.
a whole like subreddit of just that.
You gotta
You
send
ever
me
just
that. I'm
like
actually
have
very, very
something
interested.
and then
now.
you just like find a little piece of plastic on it that you didn't even notice for
Oh,
like
that's
months
the
and you just get
best
to peel
ever.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
shit.
Wow.
Damn.
fire.
We're just having a little group orgasm here, aren't we?
Yeah,
that's what it feels like.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. I love that.
That's what we doing
A
here.
lot
Yeah.
of good stuff. Yeah. Is that what we talked about last week? I remember talking about the soap cutting videos, how I watch those every day. I still watch
Those
soap
are
cutting
great,
videos
too.
every day.
Mhm.
Love the soap cutting.
Shout out
Very nice.
so.
And the what is it called? The hydraulic press videos. I like those
Yeah, the
too.
hydraulic
They
press
just blow shit up. Like it's just fun to watch. I can't
Have you
stop
seen the
watching.
hydraulic press smash or pass or like the React
Yes.
videos?
Those are how I like my hydraulic press videos, by the way. I don't like
Oh.
it just the hydraulic press. I want the reaction. I need the reaction.
That's good React content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know soon we will be adding React Andy content into the podcast. Not like a huge segment. We're just gonna do a few videos, react to a few videos with the guests. Maybe maybe something towards the beginning, warm things up,
Mm.
and then also what was it? What was the one that someone? Oh, it was Zoe's idea. The hot or not fan submissions.
My chat was like begging for it today.
We could do it. Like if people want to consensually send a photo of themselves, go ahead.
gotta
We can
do it
make
on
a channel
Twitter.
for it. We can channel,
Oh
we can make,
man, I don't want
we can
that.
make a
Or
channel,
channel
for
on
it.
It's gonna be a
Discord.
big
Yeah, we can make a
rub.
channel on Discord. You can go on Twitter. I'm down. Like
I don't
want
to do that to somebody. That feels so.
If they want it done, then Zoe's muted. I think. What'd you say, Zoe?
Oh, why did my mic
It's
stop?
good now.
That was
Oh,
weird.
It's good now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're back now.
you're good.
Oh, I just said, well, you can sit out. I
Oh,
might
no.
have.
Yeah, you don't gotta participate if you're scared of
Yeah.
getting flamed. Don't send your shit because
Exactly.
Yeah,
If they want us, if they want an
That's
honest
true.
review, we'll give. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
be
the
mean. I'm
unanimous
be
not
mean.
gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
What
all
about-
roast each other this entire podcast for our appearances, typically. So, I mean, I don't went after Zoe for the bangs. That was crazy. I can't.
That
believe
was
you said
fucked,
bro.
bro.
Well, allegedly,
was
I don't
fucked
remember
up.
saying
Damn, bro.
that. I
I
think
don't-
you're misremembering the conversation a little bit. I don't think I ever said anything about
Just a
bang.
change
I'm pretty sure when
Yeah, I'm
Zoe
pretty sure I
walked
got
away,
cut.
Idol was like, Jesus
Roll
fucking
back the
Christ.
tape.
Her bangs are so fucking distracting. Her
mean,
pink ass hair.
I think
was like,
Idol
was
just
like, whoa,
Idol just
dude.
remembers the.
I did hear
he
him say
remembers
that.
He remembers the pre-bang era. Very rare.
That is
like, I'm
true.
thinking,
I
like,
was there for pre-bangs, Zoe. That is like the I was here in chat moment. Like that's me.
Fair That wasn't pre-bangs. Like I've always had bangs. That just happened to be the one period in my life where I tried growing them out.
Oh. I
The
mean,
only thing I know
liked
from
it.
that period is I just got a
Yeah.
draconic massage.
Man.
Oh
Whoa, shit. That's a 1 in
Congrats on the-
5K drop, by
Oh
the
my
way.
god,
Yeah.
I remember that. The Vorcat days, dude.
Why'd you have to say that?
Oh, Zoe, you were such a cute noob. I mean,
The
I was too,
massage.
but I remember that.
I've gotten so much better though.
Yeah.
You were Wooks walking during that. You were gaming.
We have all definitely gotten better at playing RuneScape, but we also.
Zoe's got a fucking infernal
I
cape.
haven't.
Qnix has an infernal cape, bro. Like, Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
Tebow, bitch. I got a Tebow. We didn't
And
talk
a
about that. I got a
Tebow.
Tebow.
Yeah.
I'm
Fucking
talking
Tebow,
about
baby. Put
RuneScape.
some respect
Stop
on
Fuck,
it.
God,
man.
my bad,
Stop
my
it.
bad. That's the wrong door to open.
Yeah,
I'm
no more
closing it.
RuneScape talk.
that shit.
Fuck that shit.
If,
Do
if
we want to pick
nobody
any more
has a-
questions? Yeah.
I'm not
I feel
Damn,
like
we
we
all
can
have
do,
capes here. That's crazy.
I think we can do the associate producer, and then I think we should move on to the Twitter workshop.
Let's do it.
If,
I'm down
if
for that.
everybody's okay with that, unless you have another one you'd like to answer, Idol or somebody else.
I got nothing.
I was
Yeah, that's
intrigued by
fine.
that question.
Yeah, I think Greg's is good.
All right, you want to do it, Zoe? Go ahead.
Our associate producer Greg, also Pockets, would like to ask everybody: what is your craziest story that you were surprised it worked out, or surprised it didn't work out?
Streaming. Honestly, that's for me. Really, like of all things in my life, being somewhat successful at streaming is definitely like the most surprising thing to me of anything. 100%. So that's definitely mine. It's easy for me. I know it's a cop out answer, but it is true.
I'm just gonna go ahead and steal that answer.
Man.
He's valid too. He streamed with no face cam for a year.
Bro, I stream myself buying buckets, like empty buckets, for like 2 hours to
It's an
literally
improbable
nobody.
come up, Like that's not a cop out answer. It's even more less for Will than me.
I feel like Idol and I both share like not having careers that we once had.
Yeah.
Unexpected.
Yeah, that is unexpected for me, especially because from when I was a kid, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go into programming. And now I'm playing RuneScape, so that's good.
Spent my whole life working on like this one thing, and then I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want that anymore. I think I'll
No,
do
that's
instead.
no, but it's good. It's good. It's fine. We're happy.
It's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll say though, both of those career paths have helped you in what you're doing now, though.
oh, for sure, without a doubt.
That is true. That is true.
Not a complete waste of time.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
strange.
kind of in a I'm kind of in a similar boat. I feel like for me, like, yeah, I thought I would be working on cars still, even though I'm like a scrawny ass dude, nerd guy. But
Bro, I'm
I
not
went
going to
to
get my oil changed by you. If I pull up to the
bitch,
Jiffy Lube,
I would
and
take
the
care of
Unique's,
your car
watch
better than
out.
you could. I could take care of your car better than you could,
Bro,
bitch.
if you walk out the Jiffy Lube, look with those sunglasses on, bro, I'm turning around, bro.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna be wearing the fucking sunglasses, you dickhead. You fucking bitch. No, like, on some real shit, I was very extremely passionate about BMWs and working on them, and I went like the full career path for that, and then I found out dealerships suck, so that was kind of crazy to me. I shouldn't even be living here. I moved to this house solely so I could go to this dealership, and now I'm streaming RuneScape and wearing sunglasses on a podcast.
You're also a
Fuck.
podcaster, dude. You're a good podcaster.
Yep.
Hey, thanks, man.
Big
You
fan.
too.
When you're not
All
like
of
in
us.
Ulm, but that's fine.
Hey, Joe's got me on the
Darn it
ringer
all.
here. We're mining Amethyst. No more RuneScape talk for you. Yeah, does anybody
Hamzy?
else have any crazy?
I don't think I have anything
Stories.
crazy. Like, just I love the cop out answer is, I guess, streaming, just getting to where I have gotten so far. Because the day I hit the go live button, when I was like the first time I ever like I enjoyed playing RuneScape, like solely just playing RuneScape up to like 2018, 2019. Then I was like, I kind of want to make content. Like, that's always, it seems like such an interesting thing to do. And then I was like, I can do that. Why not? Why don't I just fucking try it out? And you know, to think that me just taking that first step, like, you know, we're in 2022 now. Like, I'm at a place where I stream kind of sometimes regularly, sometimes not. Get to hang out with some of like the biggest streamers of the category, and just we got to hang out with Bodhi at TwitchCon and have a great time. If you said that to me 2 years ago, I'd have been like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I'm just like, hit the go live button sometimes with 5 people. Like, it doesn't make sense. But
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
happens when
I
you
don't wanna-
become a doctor, by the way? That's what.
well,
You
that's a
just
good
dip
question.
Not
out?
to cop out with like the streaming answer, but like the streaming RuneScape is never what I thought. Like when I started streaming, you know, like I said, like I was streaming DJ sets, and like I had a little team of DJs. You know, we would all stream, like we would like have like a day we would set where it'd be like, you know, you'd have like a time slot, and then like this person, we know this person's ending. We would all overlap just by like a minute so that we could raid each other. And like we had a little community, you know. So like I never thought I'd be streaming RuneScape. I was playing RuneScape casually at the time, you know. Like the first time I ever went live in the RuneScape category was kind of like, I did it honestly kind of as like a joke. And like here I am like 2 years later, like taking trips out and, you know, being in Airbnbs with you guys. And like, yeah, definitely didn't think I would end up here.
Life's crazy.
So
huh?
Sick.
It's crazy.
If I like was to branch out, I'd like to like do DJ stuff. I just don't know how. There's a
You got
shitty
the taste
excuse
for it,
because you
bro.
can just like learn how.
There's
I mean,
yeah,
with
there's-
today's day and age of like equipment, it's, you know, it's pretty doable. It's pretty accessible.
yeah, and the YouTube. There's so many tutorials. and
That's the
stuff,
greatest
'cause
thing
I've
about
done it
Whale,
all
you got-
myself.
Well, you got the chat for that shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They
Oh,
would be
for sure.
dancing to
Yeah.
whatever
They
you
would be
do
fucking
on some
vibing
real
the entire
shit.
time.
But
They
you
be
know what
dropping
you
great
have?
emotes.
You know what you have, like, more than anything though? The most important thing is good music taste. That's
Yeah,
the best.
exactly.
That's the most important part about me. Dude, there are some people who are so bad mechanically when it comes to DJing, but they still throw a banging fucking set just because they're playing good. Like, dude, K-Tronada, man. K-Tronada, dude, you see what K-Tronada, I don't know if you're like familiar. I mean, I know you are, Will. But like, dude, K-Tronada, bro, if you ever see what he's doing live, he's not doing shit, man. Like, he's not doing shit. And you see
He's
him
a
selling
gl-
out arenas, bro. He says it, bro.
glorified
It's like
disc
it's
jockey?
his thing. Like, he is not into DJing at all. Like, he literally refuses to get good at DJing. He's like, I want to be a shitty DJ. I just am gonna play the banging tracks. Like, that's all I'm gonna do.
Yep.
He's like, you'll hear at least 3 train wrecks every time you come to one of my shows, but they'll all be good tracks.
Mm. The Hamzy or the Prison Joe into Hamzy set in San Diego was pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, we
Hamzy
had a
B2BP
nice
Joe.
back-to-back thing going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I turned the music down. You're like, oh shit, we're transitioning. You turn the music down. Like, this is good.
Dude,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
yeah, no,
Excision.
we had-
we don't
we
need
had
that
some good
shit, bro. We
chemistry.
got Hamzy and P. Joe in the house.
Yeah, I still have the playlist actually that I made for the Saturday party.
You actually made a
you guys want it?
playlist? I didn't know you made a playlist. Holy shit.
Dude, yeah, I made a 4-hour playlist and we actually played it. Dude, it was perfect. Like, I got there and I threw it on, and like literally like right as the night was like winding down, it was like I looked at the playlist and there was like 2 songs left.
Oof.
Nice.
Played it well, dude.
Yeah, we need Hamzy for that shit. He kills
Yep.
it.
Hamzy on Ox.
Always a dub. Do one.
Does
Let's good to jump
anyone
into
have
Twitter.
any banger tweets today?
Nope.
Oh boy.
I have a couple
boy.
submissions.
Idle, you
I'll-
must have at least one draft.
Idle, you
right?
have to.
I don't have a single draft.
I tell you what, while we're doing this, you think of a good tweet.
Yep.
All right,
Oh,
I'll
man.
think right now.
All right.
Good luck.
Nick, you got one?
No.
You got nothing this week?
Dude, Neeks always have the
Uh,
best ones. What
Neeks
do you
has
what
good
the
ones,
fuck,
bro.
man?
Okay, I have one, but it's pretty bad.
Just send it. It's okay.
Give
Don't
me
say
to
it's
say it.
bad. Just tell us
send it.
and let us decide.
It just says, I have gay friends. I can say it. That's all.
Banger.
Bro, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Banger.
That's
Banger.
so
No,
good.
no,
Yeah.
wait, Nick,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
send yet. I loved it what we did last time. We all send it at the same time. We all say one, two,
Okay,
three.
yeah,
We
if
all.
anybody else
okay.
has any.
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
Okay,
hang
well,
on.
I have one that's kind of plays off of Nick's.
It's a banger, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah,
is this?
let me know what you
That's
think.
great.
It's a.
If I get canceled, it's coming back on y'all.
What's
You-
from
you
you?
are-
So.
You are homophobic. I am just phobic. We are not the same.
I think it's all right. It
I
has
think it needs to be
okay.
more like you're homophobic. I'm just homo or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just homo.
I love that.
that's
Banger.
better. I like
that would go good with
Homoph-
my tweet
Yeah.
going out. It would make me look
At-
less sus.
At the same time, yeah.
Homophobic is just phobic to a guy like me.
Oh, dude.
Exceptional.
Dude.
Exceptional.
This is the
Okay.
workshop. It worked, dude.
Hell yeah.
We stepped it up one level, and then Will just stepped it up.
That's
another.
that's what we're here for. That's
Exactly. That's
Okay, I
beautiful,
got
really.
one, but I need like to source an image from one of y'all. It's me befriending beautiful women with the sole intention of getting them to cosplay as Garfield. But I need like a mischievous image to go alongside that.
a mischievous image.
Yeah, that's why it's just sat in the drafts. Like I went through my camera roll, it wasn't anything too
I
good.
could maybe find something of you. I probably got.
Let me go through the folder.
I have one of you sucking a banana if you want that. Like maybe.
That's not exactly the energy I was going for.
I'm not sure.
All right, while you guys search, should I drop? I'm gonna drop
yeah,
mine.
You go ahead. You go ahead.
I've got
Okay.
two. So, you guys know that song that's like, "Somebody come get her, she's dancing like a stripper."
yeah.
You guys know that song?
Wait, sing it one more time. I don't recognize that.
Yeah,
So-
one more
No,
time.
shut-
Shush, fuck you
damn
guys. Here's mine. Somebody come get her. She's retarded on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Nah, you can't drop the. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know.
Hey, bro.
That's the thing I'm
Yeah,
concerned
that's a-
about. I'm a little scared about dropping the hard R on
You already
Twitter.
got
I
banned.
saw that
Yeah, that's
tweet.
a
Did you
spicy
steal
one.
that from someone? I saw that tweet the other day.
I saw it on TikTok.
I think you probably
Okay.
just thought it when you saw a certain tweet, Zoe.
No. I saw this girl. It was like the craziest Twitter thread I've ever seen in my entire life. It basically was, so the tweet was whatever, and this girl just responded, racism is bad. And then everybody under it was commenting like, "Oh my god, you just saved racism." And she like completely earnestly was like, "I do what I can." And then like every other reply was like, "Oh my god, like black people are saved." And she was like, I'd like to change the world a little bit at a time. Like the most honest responses ever. And then I went to her profile and her pinned tweet was like exactly what you just said.
Really?
It
I
was
saw
an
it on
amazing
TikTok.
account, really.
Damn.
Amazing.
All right, I'll keep that one in the back
No,
burner.
it's-
One day when I go
yeah.
unhinged, I'll drop that one. But
Yeah.
here's my other one. Your girl be celebrating the wrong 21st because she always down for me.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
Like-
you lost me on that one.
Okay, so like
Get it.
Down syndrome is where you
Oh,
have three
man.
copies
come
of your
on,
21st
man.
chromosome.
Why is this your theme?
Dude, what?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not laughing. That wasn't me that laughed.
Bro, do you hate the down community?
The
Dude,
down.
it's
what
funny
you're
because it's like, the 20, it's like,
That makes me think of the one picture of that one girl that was caked up, and it's like,
Listen,
if she
man,
down,
I feel
I'm
like you
down, or
shouldn't tweet it
whatever.
because you've already got two of these now. Now we're painting a narrative now that you are not.
Yeah.
You don't like this group of people. I don't think you should tweet it. I don't think you should.
I don't know.
What
Yeah,
about
that was a little.
21st? I still don't get it.
So Down syndrome is so you have 46 chromosomes, right? Or 23 pairs. Down syndrome is when you have 3 copies of your 21st chromosome instead of 2, which leads to you having an extra one, and That's why it's your.
Bro, if
23rd
you're ever
birthday.
my doctor, I'm suing you for malpractice, even if you did
I think
anything
that,
bad.
yeah.
But it's funny because it's like a biology thing, like. Okay.
It needs to be more clear. It needs to be more clear.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Facts.
Do both
The
of these
average
get
person
put
does
aside
not
this
get
week
it.
then? All right.
I got
fine.
2 submissions and I have one that was just one that I wrote down in my drafts. So I'll do the submissions first because they're probably not very good. Actually, I have 3 submissions. Okay, the first one is where's that? Y'all want the check mark for verification. I wanted to impress women on Twitter. We are not the same. I don't think that's very good, but that's someone sent me.
Wait, are these like tweets that your viewers came up with for you?
Yeah, people sent them to me.
He's harvesting the T-Papa chatters, you know?
Yeah, I posted an image in the chat.
I'm really here for
Um,
T-Pop. Usually T-Pop
guess
has the
that would work.
submissions, but I guess I'll cover them this week. I don't think I can find the other one, so I'll just read.
Oh my god.
I don't think it was good anyway. We'll just read the second one here.
Why am I turned on?
I think this
Sorry.
one was that last one was in like a situational because of the new check mark thing. You can buy a check
mean,
mark
that
on
came
Twitter
out.
now.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. Anybody buying
Oh.
that bitch?
No,
No.
I got an extension that hides the bot ones though, and only shows the real verified ones.
Honestly.
What a
W-
fucking
W
legend.
idol.
Can you link that in the thing? I want that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get
Oh.
that.
Sick. All right, the next one is I think this is another one because of the election going on. Voting is like gambling; you always lose in the end. That was
That's
which
like
I
a
think is
dark.
weird
it's
proverb.
kind of
Yeah,
dark.
that's a little too
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
You're also
Yeah.
a white man. Like you can't say that.
Yeah.
That's
Like you literally always win. If you're fine.
I mean, she's got a point.
They're holding us down.
Trump's getting reelected. God damn it!
Nah,
I'm just playing.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna stay away from that, but yeah,
I'll keep that one.
Wait,
I'll
quickly,
take
can
that
I
one, yeah.
interject really quick? I was in Nick's stream the other day, and on election day, and it's like what 8 p.m. or something, and he's talking about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna vote, like yeah, I'm gonna hit the polls, and we're like, when are you gonna go? He's like, oh, I'll go tomorrow. We're like, Nick, it's election day, not election days. Like he had no idea that you can vote the day after election day.
Yo, okay, but like during like the actual primaries, you can vote multiple days, can't you?
Well, you can with this as well. You early vote, and then election day is the
Oh.
end.
Before.
The last
not
day. Yeah, that
That's
was my
before.
bad. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of it tomorrow. You know, I missed my chance, and everyone's like, question mark? You can't fucking vote anymore, dumbass. I was like, oh, it was bad. It's
PJ,
very,
go
very
on.
unique.
All right, what you got, PJ?
Yeah.
All right, this is one that I wrote down myself. Let me go to my drafts again. It was just Ohio equals McDonald's. That was the tweet
What?
down.
You were
Hey,
dealing with
Arby's.
some garbage this week.
Yeah.
And
Yo.
maybe it's just like
I
too
like the
abstract.
last
Maybe
one
I
just because
don't
of
get
how
it.
fucking wild it is. It's just like where the what? It just leaves you question marking, which is I like that. I like
I don't know
that.
when I wrote that down. I think we were talking about the Ohio meme, and I think someone said something similar to that, and I was just like, that could be a good tweet. Ohio equals McDonald's, but I guess not. So, all right, I won't tweet it then.
Sorry, just being honest.
Damn, we got the Hamzy and Qneeks and maybe Whale if he could get an image, but
I posted an
all right.
image in the After Dark chat. if you
I
wanna use
want to
that.
do one of the or like a redacted version of mine. I'll just do like somebody come get her. She's redacted on Twitter. How's that? Can I go with that or?
Sure.
maybe. Yes, that's a banger, Whale. Use that
Can
picture,
use
please.
something.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
It's the implication, you know.
The picture? I might have a better one, but I'll look.
I don't have any heaters this week. I'm so sorry.
Ugh, it's
It's all
tough.
good.
Last week I had a man parentheses derogatory walks into a bar. I never tweeted that one, so that's possible.
That could
then-
definitely
Pretty good.
go out.
Last night I took some Benadryl and I have
That's
this
always a good
draft
start.
that I don't remember drafting, but I know exactly what it's about. It just says everyone knows that one nice person who isn't actually nice, even though it's their only personality trait. But that's just like me, and I was just on Benadryl. But
Yeah, I don't.
to be fair, it is relatable.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
I
some
got-
like I
Is
got
that
some
about a
like
certain
darker,
someone?
like more just
No, I don't know what you're talking
like
about.
lone thought type thing. Like wish I could turn on Entity Hider IRL.
I got
Dildo.
I got like an IBS tweet that I've had in my fucking drafts, but I don't have IBS.
Wish I could
Oh,
render
yeah.
self
Hand
IRL,
it
bro.
over.
Goddamn.
Yeah, hand it
Send
over to
that
Zoe.
over.
She's got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
give me
It's
that.
like, yeah, I got IBS, and then it's like irritable bitch syndrome, and then it's
Wait,
like, don't talk to
me?
me with some angry
That's a
emojis.
good one.
Wait, me?
Oh,
Yeah,
Can I
got
steal it or
ideas.
no?
Yeah, here, I'll fucking
Really, you mean
copy and
it?
pasta. Yeah, of course.
Wow, what an
Dude,
honor.
I've been sat on this for
You tweet
fucking
too, what the
ages.
fuck?
Anyone have one
Wales handing
title?
out the tweets.
Zoe be fucking capitalizing, bro. I like it.
Hell yeah.
She farmed one last week too. I'm pretty sure.
I don't
didn't
need.
she?
I don't need to make my own tweets.
Dude,
I
so
literally do
I-
not come prepared.
She
I
took the
have
yeast
one
one last
that's,
time,
like,
right? That one
half
that one popped
made.
off.
I have one that's like half made. That's like I'm like a
Alright, there
modern
you go.
day, and then
Perfect.
I'm just trying to decide who to make the name. So like I'm like a modern day, and I want it to be someone that's modern already, like
I'm like,
Kanye
a,
West.
I'm like a modern day
Like-
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
like that.
No,
Yeah, just
okay.
like something.
Wait.
I like that.
Wait.
You have to tweet that out, but you have to buy verification.
That's really
I don't-
good.
I don't know if it's worth the
It's
month of
$8
the
worth it.
$8.
It's
Yeah.
not.
$8?
It's not.
It's
I
absolutely not
refuse
worth
to
it.
buy it just to like not add to the
Wait.
statistic of people buying it.
Yeah,
I have a
could
story.
not,
someone
dude.
someone came in my chat and they said they paid for it, and I looked them up. It doesn't even show on their profile, but it shows it for them, and I was like, oh no, like people are buying it and it's not even being shown to the public yet. Like
Oh.
maybe it's just it's late or it's glitchy or something, but I was like, bro,
It is
you don't
now,
have
it
that
is now.
fake ass check mark. Oh, it
Well,
is.
Yeah,
I had to
I
wait
actually-
for shit to update.
Yeah, because I actually did see someone tweet about how they bought the check mark, and I didn't see the check mark next to their name, and then I looked later and I saw it was there.
Oh, it's there now. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe it
Yeah.
is. I can check again, but
I was gonna say, shout out to the
thought it-
Twitter Workshop. Last week, Twitter Workshop produced my. It was almost got 600 likes with my most
Amazing, yeah.
like,
Good shit.
And Skidler
dude,
reposted
yeah.
it as his own.
The
Yeah, wait, what? That was weird. It's
you
like
got yoinked by Skidler.
So you know it's
huh?
a banger.
Somebody put it in, like someone screenshotted my tweet in there, and he replied that somebody in his chat said it, but maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't care. It's flat.
doesn't
also it's
matter.
there. The guy that I was just flaming, it's there for him. Hopefully he doesn't listen. I feel like
Nah,
he
you
does.
know,
so.
you know it's a banger if someone just yoinks it. Like
Oh, for
I don't know if you
sure.
know that guy, One Bill GP. He one time I tweeted one time I tweeted a screenshot, and it was like obviously I texted myself and changed my name in my phone to Baby Girl with like a little heart and ring, and I texted myself at the same time that I took a mobile screenshot of me like killing abyssal demons, and I was like, look guys, I pulled a whip like on doing mobile slayer at work, LMAO. And then like in the background is a
That
text
popped off.
from Baby
Everyone.
Girl.
hmm
It was like
Yeah,
Baby
like-
Girl, like I think we should break up, and he literally just took he didn't even recreate it. He just took my screenshot of my Iron Man with like, but my cat was close, so you couldn't see it was my name, but it's like my character with my Zulrah pet. And,
Oh
like,
my
dude,
God.
he got like 3 times as many likes as I did.
Yeah, I
That was
remember
the
that.
worst part.
Shameless.
Man.
Yeah,
I
I was
remember
hoping it was
that,
gonna be
no
a
one
pinned
knew me at
tweet.
the time,
I was
really.
really hoping that was his pinned tweet. I just went to
I
his
found,
profile. Ugh.
I found the other submission, by the way. I will field it because I did tell this guy. He sent it to me. I just put Will filled it, and I said thanks for watching the podcast. But this is definitely a very T Papa tweet. It was, damn, she's so bad. She convinced me squirt is not pee.
That's
Yeah, that's a T
T-Papa
Papa
bro.
tweet for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure. This might be a T Papa. Wait, he's in a T Papa server. Yeah, it says mutual service T Papa. That's that makes sense. But I'll take the L this week.
Yeah.
I don't have
alright.
anything good.
All right, Hamzy, I'm sending.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm a yeet.
Wait, I don't know which one to
Yeet.
say. Am I homophobic, just phobic to a guy like me, or I'm like a modern day Elon Musk?
Do the
I like Wales version of it,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah,
like,
Wales version of the homophobic one.
I like Wales version.
What was your version? again?
Homophobic is just homo to me or something like that.
Oh,
No.
homophobic,
Yeah,
is just
homophobic is
phobic.
Yeah. 'Cause it
To a
didn't
guy like
classify
me.
now.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Or
I
is
like
it just
that.
wait? What was it? Was it just homo or just phobic? I can't remember.
Just phobic.
Just phobic. You cooked as fuck.
All right, I'm tweeting.
All right.
We'll get him next time, Idol.
I'll go
You're on too many platforms, honestly. We need to
Yeah.
expand your.
I
Twitter.
did pull up a list of the best tweets of all time, so maybe I'll just copy paste one of those.
Oh, you should. Yeah.
could, yeah,
What
just-
does
Yeah.
it say?
I can't believe my grandmother's making me take out the garbage. I'm rich. Fuck this. I'm going home. I don't need this shit. It's from 50 Cent in 2010.
That is goaded.
I remember that one actually.
Then we have, I just looked at Kanye page. What the fuck kind of spaced out tweets are those? Fuck that. I ain't never looking at that shit again. That's also from 50 Cent in 2010.
Interesting.
That also makes sense today. So
This entire list is 50 Cent tweets.
Is this a?
Little bias.
Kind of a move.
All right, PJ, me and you are taking L's this week. I need to refine mine. I gotta find somebody else to.
They can't all be winners.
Yeah.
At least we're honest.
No, I appreciate that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I just
I
get
just don't
canceled.
have anything. I'll take it's better to if you do have a bad one you think of, it's good to just put it out there, because maybe like somebody like Whale or someone else could spin it into a good tweet.
Yeah.
That's why we
Casey's
do
pretty
this.
good at that. He's spent a couple of the bad ones and the good ones, primarily for T Papa, but
That's what it's for.
that's what the Twitter workshop is for. So
That's
Yeah,
what it's
yeah.
for, man.
It wouldn't be a workshop if it wasn't workshopping.
Yeah.
yeah, so
So
all
true.
right.
Be
well, that was
workshopping.
Oh, sorry.
We just be
No, no, no.
workshopping.
Yep.
I was just gonna say, Idol, congratulations on a Minecraft career without fondling kids.
All right. So, Idol, we have an important question for you. We asked this to all of our guests on the cast. So, if you could please so kindly tell us, if you were to Eiffel Tower somebody, which person in this current cast would you be most willing to do it with?
For the just to
To-
set it
like,
straight,
clarify
you
me
are
on what
Eiffel Towering it with someone, and
You-
this someone in the middle is just a random entity.
It's a random person.
That doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I
it's
did
just
need
an
to know
entity.
what position I was playing in
Yeah.
this Eiffel Tower. Oh man, I honestly feel like I feel bad saying this, but I think I would want to Eiffel Tower with Ignoble.
Yes! Go! Just fucking go!
I held his hand at TwitchCon and it was so soft and it just felt right. Like the second our hands touched, I was like, yeah,
We drank
Yeah.
a Miller Lite together, man.
yeah, they're
Joe, you always win, bitch.
Yeah, fuck off.
Ignoble kissed me, and
I-
it was
so
very nice.
The reason
you,
I
boy.
didn't want to say him is because I know that he's the chalk answer. Like that's lame, dude. Like that's lame. But it's just true. I'd be lying if I said another name.
W
I'd
for
be lying
Ignoble,
if I
I'm
said
riding.
like.
Good shit.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're allowed. You're allowed.
Another W
Yeah,
in the
thank
Great
fucking
answer.
easy win for
Don't
me,
worry,
baby.
Seth. I still got you, man.
Good shit.